do have Alanis.
Yes.
Do they have that Creed song?
Do they have any Creed?
I haven't seen any Creed yet.
The harmonies convinced me.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't wait to play Rock Band.
What Alanis do they have?
They have shitty Alanis. They have Head Over Feet and Ironic.
Ironic is good.
I can't. I don't think I can sing Ironic, man.
Can we hear a few bars of Ironic? How does Ironic go?
Isn't it ironic?
It's like rain.
Okay,
I was going to start off down.
Yeah.
No, I knew it. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess
came
that's
in
the
hot.
convincing one.
Just dial her in a little bit, you know.
That's how it is at like concerts. Like she starts like real low, and then people in the crowd are just like, "It's like rain."
Like a wedding day.
Yeah, all right, I know it.
Oh, there we go. Miss Independent by Kelly Clarkson. I feel like Brando could rock that song.
I don't like Kelly Clarkson very much.
What?
She's a Canadian treasure.
She's
Possibly
not even Canadian.
Or
I
not.
think she is. Isn't she
I
not?
know.
That's
I
a good
thought-
call.
You
I
can't
thought
win
she was
American
too,
Idol if you're
but-
Canadian.
That's a good point.
I thought...
It's a good counterpoint.
Yeah. Let's go to the videotape.
Strong
Touche,
counter
touche.
argument as I've ever heard. Maybe she moved after.
Which lady singer am I thinking of then?
Carrie Underwood?
That's maybe... Is she Canadian?
No.
Not the one? Nope.
Completely
Oh,
wrong.
Shania Twain.
Yes, that's it.
Oh yes, they're very similar.
Do they have our fucking cabin wake up song?
Can
we look?
Shania? No,
Yeah,
I haven't
that'd
seen
be,
any Shania yet.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Man, it feels
in
like
fact.
a woman.
I got some Oh no, that's Sugarland is who I'm thinking of.
Oh, there is
Sugar
more
Ray.
Seamus.
How about some Sugar Ray?
I haven't seen any Sugar Ray. They have some Lady Gaga.
Which Gaga?
They got Bad Romance, Monster, Poker Face,
I
and
feel like
Just
we have
Dance.
a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray. Who's the lead singer of Sugar Ray? Mark McGrath.
Yes.
Very funny dude. I listened to him on a podcast. He's very self-aware about his 15 minutes of fame.
It's only because.
What is Sugar Ray?
Have you ever seen?
Every morning there's
Is it country?
No, they're like 90s pop. 90s pop rock.
I'm sure I'd know him if I heard him. I'm
totally-
sure I'd know him if I
What's
heard
the
him.
chorus of
started
that
off-
song?
If you ever want to get a good laugh, just Google Mark McGrath high interview. That guy used to do a lot of interviews on a lot of coke.
Good.
I lost my phone.
I don't know what happens after it drops, though.
I
Oliver.
don't know.
Oh shit! There's like 6 more. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like they
4, 5,
performed
6,
on
7,
the
8,
TV program
9. There's
Las
like
Vegas.
9 more No Doubt songs.
Frosted Tips, goatee,
Yeah.
the epitome of 90s pop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every morning I wake up, there's a
Every morning there's a halo around the bed. Say to my something 4-post bed.
Oh, what happens?
I know it's not my mother.
Lyrics for that Mark McGrath song that everybody knows.
I'm afraid I can't do that for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course
fuck
you
you,
can.
you can't.
All right, what's the name of the band?
Clearly not
Sugar
everybody
Ray.
knows it.
Lyrics for that Sugar Ray song that everybody knows.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to.
Bitches.
Let's go Sugar Ray.
That's why Sirius sucks.
Sugar Ray top song. Sugar Ray.
What's your lady's name?
List of Sugar Ray songs.
Hey Google. Okay Google, I think. Cortana.
Oh god, fuck! What are you doing? No, I'm not downloading the best of Sugar Ray.
Yeah, you are.
No,
Now you are.
no, I do not want 3 months of free music.
I finally unsubscribed to Apple Music after not knowing I had been paying for it for a year and a half.
Wow, what do you
isn't
use?
that great? Hey Alex.
Spotify.
Oh,
Lyrics of Every Morning by Sugar Ray.
Spotify's money.
I like Spotify.
Spotify's good service. Very convenient if you like music.
I like Apple Music. I'm fine with
very
Apple
much the
Music.
same thing.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
It keeps trying to get me to download the song. So
Thing is,
Do it. Play it. YouTube it. Just YouTube Sugar Ray and probably
I
their
have YouTube
first.
on here.
my favorite artists are affiliated with Tidal, which is the lesser known of everything. And so every time they release new albums, I have to sign up for Tidal for a month.
Until it goes on everything else, and then you can unsubscribe.
Yeah, Tidal.
Oh,
Tidal.
the Jay-Z
Jay-Z one,
thing.
yeah.
Yep, that's him.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Jay-Z.
I'm sorry to hear that, Oliver.
That's okay.
You know, you can just
Sugar Ray.
buy his album.
That's good. The picture of our boy is him doing this the fucking
He's praying.
yeah.
There's only one time that I forgot to
Oh,
cancel my thing, and it cost me
fly?
$30 goddamn.
We should get.
Is it fly? Is it every
I
morning?
just
Every morning,
want to
yeah.
fly.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
That's one.
that's all I needed to know.
We should
we
get-
can stop now.
Rapture by Blondie.
23 million views on Fly by Sugar Ray. Right here on the Talking Reckless podcast.
Put your arms around me,
If
baby.
you Google
Put your arms around
Sugar
me,
Ray on Las
baby.
Vegas, does something come up?
That's the
That's
start.
the one.
He's. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I know this. This
Well,
probably
I
sounds. This
don't
probably
think we
sounds
can
great.
do this.
probably
It's
sounds great.
illegal.
Sounds great for me.
As long it's a remix
No
right
way.
now.
They have Snoop Dogg
What like on Spotify?
Spotify?
on Rock Band.
Which,
Drop it like it's hot.
That's a good
Beautiful.
song.
We
That's a
can't. We can't sing that one.
It's the Rock Band mix, so it's probably censored to shit.
Yeah, maybe there's some bad
riding
words
in
and-
my Chevy, sensual seduction, Snoop's upside your head, the shiznit, that's my homie, and who am I? What's my name?
It doesn't surprise me at all that Snoop Dogg was just like, yeah, fucking take it all when they came and approached him.
Snoop's like, yeah, I like money. You know who likes money? Snoop.
You're gonna pay me how much?
I listened to an interview from who's the guy who did Black and Yellow?
I want to say Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. That's
it
the
Wiz
one.
Khalifa?
Yeah, it is.
crazy.
I watched an
knew that.
interview with Wiz Khalifa, and he was talking about Snoop Dogg phoned him up one day, and he's like, "Yo, I really like your music. You should come to LA, and we'll make a movie." And he's like,
Yeah, dog.
"Yeah, no, yeah." When Snoop Dogg phones you out of the blue, and you've never talked to him before in your life,
Yeah, you
and he
say
just
yes.
says, "Come to LA, we're gonna make a movie."
Yep.
You got it, cuz.
Yeah.
He just showed up in Trailer Park Boys.
Thanks,
It's great.
nephew.
I think he's a big wrestling
Oh shit,
fan.
you're in like season 11 now or something
10,
like that.
yeah, almost finished it. It's a bittersweet goodbye. Never remember that man passed away until you do.
Till it's too late.
Until you do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the landlord.
The trailer park supervisor. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Treasure though.
National treasure.
He was on Broadway before he did that.
It's where many actors get their start. It's where Oliver got his start, actually, before he was in the wrong lot. A lot of people don't know that about you.
Fun fact. There you go.
Now you're sitting far away from your mic, Oliver, so it's quiet.
Oh shit, Eads, they have so much more Queen that you haven't played.
Oh, fuck that. I got one Queen song per show in me. And everybody always wants to hear
Bicycle.
Somebody to Love.
They got some Billy Joel too.
Which Billy Joel?
All of it. All the Billy Joel you could want.
What's that song?
I don't know.
Still rock and roll to me.
Yeah, they got that one.
What's that one? What's the title of that?
It's called Still Rock and Roll to
Still
Me.
rock and roll to me. All right.
It's always the part you can remember.
Unless
it's a Sugar Ray song.
The bad guy from Until Dawn is playing Freddie Mercury in the movie coming up.
Oh, shit, I never put that together.
Rami Malek, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's not the bad guy. He's one of the characters, isn't he?
Oh shit, here's some more
the bad
Bowie.
guy.
Spoilers.
He's
Spoilers.
The bad guy.
Oh!
Everybody on this stream has watched Amber and I play that game.
He's not the bad guy. The Wendigos are the bad guys.
Oh, they have Airplanes by B.O.B.
The Wendigos are pretty.
fucking
Yeah.
Wendigocks.
Fuck, I'm going to pick up a $50 gift card tomorrow, boys.
Also, one of those kids that like sawed himself in half or sawed someone else in half.
Yeah.
He fake sawed
that
himself in half. Yeah, he faked himself getting sawn in half.
Yeah.
Right. That's
He's real fucked up.
That's the guy we're talking about.
Yes.
It's a pretty amazing prank, though. Like the
It
whole
is very
scale
good.
of
It
the
is very
thing
good.
is.
My character handled it far worse than I would have handled it if I would have been like, ah!
It's true. Yes. I would have broken down when I saw it happen, and then been so amazed when
Yeah.
I learned it was all a ruse.
What a good game that one was.
Started reading Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, tell me about comic books.
Everything. Ask me anything. Have you ever read that?
I've read very little Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one.
Never
It's
once
like
in my
in
life.
like the mid '90s called Marvels, and it's like told from the perspective of like a news journalist when all the superheroes started showing up.
No.
So like it's only like 4 books and each one's like 40 pages. But it like the first book is like when it's like the original Human Torch, who was like the first Marvel superhero, and Namor the Submariner.
Submariner.
Is that what it is? Submarine?
I might say submariner. I don't know.
I don't
Sure, it
think-
goes underwater.
Namor gives a shit about what his title is.
Rides in a
Submarine.
It's Submariner.
Remember me, guys? I have a comic.
He
Excuse me, it's the Mariner? Submariner.
yes. And then the second one is like when they all start showing up, like Fantastic Four and Captain America. And
But it's
everyone.
from like
But it's from like this, like
reporters-
regular.
I
Reporter.
love those.
Yeah, it's
Those
like
are good.
and he's like freaking out because he's like, oh, what the fuck are we even when there's these like wars being fought for our survival and we're just like trying to get a picture, even though we're all gonna die if the wrong guy wins.
What's that series called?
It's just called Marvels because
Marvel.
that's what like the public calls them. They're like, oh, when the Marvels showed up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Marvel's
It's
What?
Marvels.
When was that from?
It's like it was between 90 and 95.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Who writes
it's
it?
really good.
Do you
I
know
don't
who
know
write?
who
Like, are
wrote
you
it.
paying attention to who writes and who?
Only
illustrates?
like the ones that keep showing up. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I know these guys. But
You're
it's
still
like,
at it though, hey?
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah.
it's really nice art. Like it's striking looking.
And you said you're on Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I just
So you
started.
started reading like you're pretty deep into the X-Men.
Yeah, I've read I haven't read the whole thing obviously because there's a fucking shitload, but I've read like all of the. I shouldn't say all a lot of the big like Days of Future Past stuff.
Oh
and,
wow, that's good stuff, hey?
Yeah, really good.
Man, I want to read
I
that.
like the Dark Phoenix stuff.
That's a Marvel vs. Capcom character.
Dark Phoenix.
Although, is she Dark Phoenix or she's Phoenix?
Phoenix until you get level 3, and
Right.
then you burn all 3 to be Dark Phoenix.
Use your
and
meter,
she's
become Dark Phoenix.
Super strong.
Very powerful. The Shenron of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if
Yeah.
you will.
No, that's a lot of fun. I like comics.
Age
They're
of
really
Apocalypse.
good for when I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read like 8 today
Wow.
because it was a slow day. Sitting in the parking lot.
Crushing them.
Yeah, getting paid.
What do you say we
That's
do a podcast here?
Sure.
Let's do the intro. Let's make this all official. This is now all on the record. Anything you say can and will be used against probably all of us, inevitably, in a court of law. Welcome to the 238th episode of the Talking Reckless podcast, which I'm sure is probably the correct number. My name is Matt Eads. I'm joined by Brandon Lynch.
Howdy, Matt.
I'm very well. How are you?
I said howdy.
Oh, I got to turn my cans up. I thought you said, how are you? Okay, try it again. Try it again.
Howdy. I bet you you're good.
Yeah, actually, I'm not doing so good. Things have been rough this week. Oliver, how are you?
Howdy, Matt. I bet you things are good.
Howdy, partner. Kevin, I tipped my, you couldn't see, but I tipped my invisible cowboy hat at him.
Hello, Matthew. How are you doing?
Very well, Kevin Free. Thank you for asking.
What? I thought you said you weren't doing so good.
Well, it depends who asks. You know, it's different. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Hey, hi, hello. It is. It might be TR 237 to be totally honest. I have a lot of trouble keeping them straight these days.
Let's just keep it. I know I complain about the canonical number, but let's just keep it
It's
at that.
238 now, even if it wasn't. All right.
Lost episode.
Yep.
I think you should just be like, we're in the late 230s.
Okay,
Like
that's pretty good.
Like
Yeah.
when you're like a historical podcast when they say like. So
In the
right now we're gonna look in the mid
mid-200s.
1940s this episode
Yeah.
and see where we go from there.
We're right here in the mid 200s. And you at home, welcome. Hey, thanks for joining us. How's everyone been doing?
Depends on who asks.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking here we go.
Who's asking?
Here we go. Oliver, how are you? Thank
I'm
you
well,
for the friendly
Matt.
howdy.
I'm well.
Your tie
Thank
looks
you.
exceptional as
Thank
always.
you very much.
There's actually something I want to bring up with the rest of you. We're gonna start kind of business.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, collars and ties at the very least. Button
This
up
is your
shirts.
fault, Oliver.
It's
And-
not a fault.
We're just
I
gonna.
mean, we're bringing a little professionalism.
Yeah,
It's just like
exactly.
when
No.
sports teams like to dress up before game day. I feel like, yes,
Yep.
we should definitely.
They don't really dress up. They just kind of put a shirt and tie underneath their jerseys.
Yeah.
that counts. That counts.
Yeah.
You can
It's
wear a
like they
jersey.
wear their suit under their equipment
Yeah.
now the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
You can wear a jersey over your shirt and tie if you want. That's acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big leagues, you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
238.
As a part of that as well, we can now smoke cigars and drink fine scotch out of very tiny glasses when we're business uncasual.
Yeah, like at the same time.
You gotta, well, yeah. I would. That's where you
That's
puff
yeah,
the cigar.
They pair very
sip,
well.
Sip of the scotch or the brandy or,
No,
or whatever
you
you
drop the cigar into the brandy,
chew
and then
yeah.
you just sick it.
Then you
chew the whole fucking thing.
inhale the drink, do a snort of cocaine, and a shot.
Yeah, that's right. Say something belittling to women and go about your day.
Yeah, talk shit about the colored guy.
Yeah, the guy of
color.
color is
Yeah.
who we have to talk shit about now. But
Right.
That's right.
Oliver,
Yes.
how I
Same old.
That was a meta joke that I sort of realized after sorry.
That's okay.
You didn't play any games?
That's okay. As colored guy, as ranking colored guy, I'm fine with it.
GOC guy.
Collared?
Also ranking colored guy.
Okay, and that too.
What you been up to this last? It's been a couple weeks since we.
I finally defeated Detroit.
Yeah, finished.
Yeah.
Would you think? Okay. This is gonna be hard to talk around spoilers. We're away.
I think we're
away from the game
fine.
enough.
Kev,
that-
you're not planning on playing that.
Absolutely
You should
not.
play it.
Spoiler cast right now then.
Yep.
Boom. Start.
Okay,
Such
we'll cut
a
it out.
good
Let's go.
game, you guys. Like, holy shit.
Okay, well,
I-
let me borrow the disc.
Ooh.
And
you and I should figure out if we could claim that we're like brothers or something. We can do that family share plan. I'll look into it.
yeah.
There's a way to like buy and share
You
games.
just both
All right,
have
well,
to be
you
ball
look
across
into
social
it.
there.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
if
it's
I
like-
have to do nothing, we're
We-
good.
we'll
You
have to be
sign into
common law.
his PlayStation, but once you sign into your PlayStation, it boots him the fuck off.
There's some way to one Dan Reichert of GiantBomb.com constantly goes on about how him and his wife have one copy of Destiny and can both play it somehow. So I want in on that scam.
Can you? Oh, Destiny. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Then.
on the PlayStation 4.
I was gonna say maybe if he starts it unplugs, and then you
There's-
sign in.
there's
But
like
that
a-
wouldn't make sense with Destiny.
There's
'cause
like a
you need to be
family
online.
share thing built in where like you can download
I
it
know,
on
there
more
ought
than
to
one.
be.
On one, there, it's in there somewhere. I'll do a little research.
I know there ought to be.
It probably has something to do with you'll have to be on like the same IP address too. Like,
Could be,
You
could
probably
be.
won't be able to do it from across the city.
I'll have a look.
Otherwise, why wouldn't everyone do it?
Exactly.
I sort of wonder why everyone. I think maybe a lot of people do it.
It's probably
I
just
don't
because
know.
nobody can figure out how to actually fire this thing up.
Yeah,
That's true.
Everybody
Maybe-
talks about it, but they never actually.
It's like 4 menus in.
You probably have to
Something.
declare
Yeah,
yourself
it's deep.
like common law, and everyone's like, "Well, that's a little gay." I don't know.
Ain't nothing gay about saving money.
That's here, brother. If getting free games is gay, gay me up.
yeah.
What do you think of Detroit?
Here, here.
Really good.
Skull.
Really good. Man, I really like that game. I'm disappointed that I didn't finish it like earlier.
What was your like broadly speaking your ending? How did things work out?
Okay, so the first time around, the 3 characters go and do their thing, and there's a natural progression to those 3, right?
Yeah.
One of them becomes like the revolution leader. The other one is kind of his antagonist, and the other one, the lady is just kind of doing her own thing, trying to save.
Trying to get everyone to
But then
safety.
they sort of merge. Or,
Weave and intersect.
yeah, we even intersect. I fucked up. I totally fucked up. The
Was it like a fuck up, like you wanted to go back and redo it, or was it like a fuck
Yeah.
up, like
Yeah.
you were happy with your choice and then you're just like,
No.
oh, that one really wrong?
No, I was incredibly unhappy with my choice. The revolutionary leader died on the field because I made some poor choices.
Wow.
Died, and that was the end of his revolution.
Yep.
That default gave that default made the investigator like his mission is fulfilled. So that was kind of unfulfilling.
Oh yeah,
as
that
the-
does sort of suck.
Yep. And then the lady that was trying to like save herself and got caught at one of the checkpoints. Not even the final checkpoint, one of the previous checkpoints.
Oh shit.
And then because we said the wrong thing, they scanned her and then saw that she had no temperature, meaning she was an android.
Yeah.
And then shot her on the spot.
Oh fuck.
That sucks.
That's
So it was
an
terrible.
Awful
Everyone
ending.
died.
Yeah, it sucked. It totally sucked. So I'm like, Amber, we're doing this again. So we picked up from where we were and then did it properly.
Did you go through the grid? Did you go back through the the grid system thing?
Yeah, I found a spot where okay, like this is an okay spot to go back on because you can do that, and yeah, made some better choices, and in the end, Marcus fulfilled his thing. Revolution fulfilled.
Was it bloodless or was it?
No, there was a lot
Okay,
of bloodshed. That ended off with like this epic fight between him and
Yeah,
Connor, which was
that's what I got
fucking
too.
awesome.
Did you get that?
No, I don't
Oh,
think so.
I got a real good.
Oh,
it
it's
was
so-
a really good fight.
Did it prompt you to be like pick who you want to
Yeah.
play?
Yeah, it was. It
Oh,
was
I
when,
definitely didn't get that.
I think it was when you were crawling for the gun or something. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different game. I'm thinking of an entirely different video
It
game.
was on the field, like the war, the coup is happening.
Yeah.
Right, and then like pick who you want to play.
Yeah.
And because Amber was playing as Connor and Kara, and I was playing as Marcus.
Right.
And she's like, "No, you play this."
Yeah.
And so I'm like, "Okay, well, sure, yeah, pretty much,
Essentially, kill Amber.
yeah." So it was tough though. Like
Yeah.
that fight was very tough, and I thought I might have lost. But then there was one thing that just like right on rebar or
Just
whatever.
big
Yeah.
F5 onto the rebar, and that was
something
it.
like that.
I
And then-
like the especially on those like really high paced actiony ones, I actually really got into the dumb controls that they make you do for those, where it's like, oh, down and to the left, and it's like mapped, and I'm just like my hands are shaking, and I'm like, this is it, all the fucking 10 hours of gameplay, and I'm gonna fuck it up right here.
It's very stressful, and they don't give you much time to do it. It's really fast, and it ratchets up the tension quite a bit. So yeah, Marcus managed to kill Connor,
Right.
and then his uprising happens. And then with the Kara storyline, we managed to get to the Canadian border. Right? And then they're scanning at the border, and then we're like, well, fuck, I don't really know what the fuck's happening. But we see Rose,
Right.
and so she told little girl to go with Rose, and she sacrificed herself.
Rose sacrificed herself?
No, sorry, Kara did.
Oh fuck! Did you have a character named Jerry with you at this point in the Canadian border?
Jerry saved my ass.
Jerry got me through the border
giant-
as well.
No,
You-
it's a guy who I think just somewhere along the way, it's a small side thing you can do.
He's in the theme park.
Yeah.
You meet him in the theme park.
The Jerry's, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we only met him the once, and that was it.
Yeah, no,
Wild.
he was
Awesome.
I wonder what happened differently, because Jerry was in line with me, and I had like 3 people in there that it like went to each of them and said, "Hey, we'll get you through if you need us."
Like
And
they
Rose was
sacrificed
one of them.
themselves?
Yeah, it was only Jerry had to, because it like a prompt came up, and it was just like try and go through with whatever the girl's name is.
Alice.
Yeah. Send Jerry to go through, or get Jerry to distract, get Rose to distract, or get the big guy to distract. And I was just
Big
like,
guy
oh,
was still with you too?
Yeah.
Oh,
You lost him? Wow,
I
that went
lost
bad,
him.
eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
During the Jericho part. Fuck, that part was intense too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the boat.
The boat.
There's a lot of good stuff in that game.
I love that all our
Yeah.
games ended up super differently.
Let me ask you, Matt, because I remember you were the first to finish it off, and you were like, "Wow, this kind of ended off shitty because of whatever."
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. What was the situation?
So at the it's like one of Connor's very last scenes when because he's been giving orders by some lady the whole time, right? Connor's very much like in his programming for most of it.
Yeah.
And then there's a part late where a thing that I won't say happens, and then Connor's even more in his programming for a story reason, and it's you like breaking out of your programming, basically doing the whole like, remember like they throw the firewalls in front of you and you have to like put the buttons on them, but instead of a firewall like that, it was like find your way out of the room. Like it's not a firewall, they're gonna take control of you because she's like, yo, kill Marcus or whatever. I don't remember what the order was, but Connor was like, absolutely not, and then he has to like fight to break out, and I didn't break out, so he killed Marcus and ended the revolution, and the evil corporation that made all the robots or whatever, the grand conspiracy is grander than it was when I started.
Jeez.
For one fucking thing, one gameplay part.
Wouldn't trust you.
Yeah, it sucked.
My Connor got, God, I don't know how much to say. It's like,
Just
I know,
say, I just did.
My Connor was in real bad shape by the time he got to the time to fight, and his story very much seemed like the kind of story where I'm like, you need to go down.
Yeah,
Connor.
it's time.
Yeah.
Did he like
To
save?
who?
Did he
Who
save
took-
Hank or anything cool?
I don't want to get.
okay.
I don't want to get into
Oh,
what the
Hank.
fuck happened to Hank.
Oh,
But-
Hank.
Oh, my Hank made it out good.
Did he?
Yeah, brother Hank made it out alright.
Were you guys buddies?
Yep. Yeah, I went out of my
we
way.
were buddies.
I went out of my way to turn. Well, there was a part where brother Hank we thought was going to turn into lover Hank. We're like, are Connor and Hank going to like start this romance or? But yeah, we were real tight by the end.
Ooh. Yeah, not me and Hank. Hank really
No,
didn't like me.
Didn't get on, huh?
No.
Yeah, Amber played the stoic like android. Like Connor was like a good android.
Yeah.
Always obeyed. Always did what he was told.
Yeah, and that's how that turned out.
And,
There's a
like,
good
my-
scene though with the sniper rifle.
Is that the first? Like,
Scene
you mean
with
at the very
sniper
beginning?
rifle.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, it was at the very
Oh
end.
yeah. When he was on the building, yeah.
Yeah, and he's about to snipe Buddy
Marcus,
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never got that part.
Oh man.
I think he walked up. My guy walked up behind him and like cold, fucking from behind executioner style,
Yeah, because Connor kept coming back.
like
for
on
me.
his victory.
Like
Yeah.
Connor
every time.
died several times for
Yeah.
me.
And then, that's what happened for me too. And then that last Connor was very programmed because I was winning him over. He was breaking free of his programming for a long time there.
I like that. Like,
What is RA9?
I don't know. I think RA9, to me, RA9 was who Marcus was destined to be.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's what it is then.
sure.
I always
What is
thought,
RA9 to you?
I thought it was like the code that was making everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing.
I mean, it's something that me and Oliver both took away from it that you said, "Oh, you didn't put it in front of me. I don't know what this is."
Come on. It's a cheap it's like a cheap story thing of like it is literally just them being like there's mystery here. Only they say RA9 and that's it.
I'm totally okay with some stuff being left up to interpretation.
I don't. That it feels it's to this day it feels cheap and lazy and
Fair enough.
it feels like they couldn't. It feels like someone thought they weren't telling what was going to be an intriguing enough story, so they had to really put a little seasoning on there, a little extra mystery.
Like for me, it was always just the obvious answer to the how the fuck did this all start in the first place?
Sure, but is it a code?
Yeah, that's kind of how I
Is
thought of it. Yeah.
That makes, yeah.
Like something must have happened. There must have
could
been
be.
something wrong in the fucking.
Well, why are they all writing it, and why are they making idols? What do they worship with the idols? Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that they
Marcus.
never ever touch on.
They worship Marcus.
Marcus is the one who finds them and is like, "Are these built
Yeah,
to
but
me?"
Yeah, they're built to him.
Are
He
they?
doesn't even know it yet.
Oh, Detroit 2
Detroit too. Well, he knew it by the end.
became human.
He became the idol at the end in mine, much to the sacrifice of thousands of people.
Yeah, it's not mine.
Mostly because I didn't really understand the whole send troops ahead and tell them to hold
Yeah.
and cover fire. So it was just throwing numbers into this machine gun fire and be tiptoeing around the outside.
More
Kevin,
bodies.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been ruined for you, you should play it. 'Cause
I-
this is a very good game.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely tuned out.
Good.
And was
Good.
just
There you go.
thinking about Rock Band.
Yeah. As we all do.
That's ironic.
Yeah.
It's for the best. I guess speaking of Rock Band, I should have brought this up on the top of the show. We're playing Rock Band. Never mind. By the time this podcast airs, we will have played Rock Band. Whoops. Here's something we will be playing after the show comes out. Walking Dead, Season 4. I always forget to do this at the top of the show. My bad. We're going to be playing it on Tuesday on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TalkingReckless and on Thursday, we're playing Oster's Wrath, finally.
Has anyone played that? Yes, I have, Matt.
You played Oster's Wrath?
No.
Walking
Dead. I've played Oster's Wrath too.
Okay. Which one's better?
Oster's Wrath is the best game ever made.
Oh, yes! Yes! Thursday, join us. Oster's Wrath, best game ever made. How is Walking Dead, Brando?
Final season? Is it
It is the first episode of the final season.
how many?
How many? First episode of 4.
episodes.
Only 4, yeah.
Final season of 4. I am very much enjoying it right now. It started out very, very Walking Dead-y. And kept being very Walking Dead-y in terms of even Walking Dead tropes oh, we're alone, but now we found a community.
Good.
Yeah, but I think what they're going to do with the community stuff is really neat in this game.
Yeah.
It seems like they're kind of doing a little bit different format. There's collectibles now that you can decorate the place that it seems like you're going to spend the entire season
Okay.
in.
It's kind of a Normandy, if you will, a base camp.
Yeah, and it seems like it's very much going to be okay, we're not going to be going all over the world. We're going to be here in this community, and there's going to be a lot of fucking shitty problems with some people.
Going out, coming back.
Yeah.
type of-
Until
okay.
episode 2, when everything just turns itself on its head and
then
gets
you have
fucked
to
up.
run.
Well, then I'll be sad because I got fucking drawings on the wall now.
That would be the best way to fuck
Yeah.
with you. Is just they show you spots for your collectibles, and it's okay, here's where I fill out episode 1, and there's
Yeah.
clear spots for episode 2, 3, and 4, and then boom, episode 2, burn the place down.
Yeah. No, it was neat though. It was just because there hasn't really been collectibles that you didn't immediately need
Yeah.
in Walking Dead. So it was I found this bull skull.
Do they do anything, or are they just for
They're
aesthetics?
literally
and-
decorations, but
Yeah.
it was I picked it up and it's oh, this would be a nice decoration before I had a place to live or anywhere, and I was I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Looks more to be a good way to kill 2 zombies with the horns, but then yeah, it's cool. You're kind of the entire thing obviously revolves around Clementine and AJ, who is the kid, who is older now.
How old is he? I was curious how long it's been.
I couldn't really tell how old he was. He seems like he's probably close to how old Clementine was in the first one.
Oh, so 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Maybe a little bit younger.
Yeah. Okay. So sometimes a few years have passed then since last. Because
Yes,
when we saw
yeah.
AJ last, he was a toddler.
Yeah.
AJ is the child that was born in season 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Crazy.
Alvin
Yeah.
Jr., I believe, is what AJ stands for.
the
Alvin's
dad's name
kid.
was Alvin.
Yeah.
Did that baby not come out the zombified?
Nope. The mother, I think,
Turned into
AJ was born, and then like 5 minutes later, the mom died and turned into a zombie.
And then you like spend the end of season 2 trying to keep the baby alive.
Mhm.
Anyway, it is very much like a lot of the morality is about raising this kid. A lot of your morality choices, where it's like, and I'm probably not selling it well there, but it was very much like all instead of the this person will remember this. It's like, oh yeah, AJ will develop based on the decisions you make when he's in eye shot or earshot.
So be like,
And something happens at the end of the first episode for me, which definitely seemed like something that can vary based on the splash pages at the end, where as soon as he did it, I was like, that's my fault. He saw me do that, and he thought that was okay.
Shit, okay.
So how old is Clementine in this one?
Like,
is it
she's like a
teens?
teen.
Is it soon
She's got
after?
she's a teen.
She's got to be like close to 20 by now.
Like late
17, 18,
Yeah,
19.
I was thinking,
I guess how old's the
teen.
baby
I was
then?
thinking mid-teens.
She was like, she was just going through puberty in the New Frontier. I remember.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
So I don't know.
because this has to be like at least 5 years after New Frontier.
Yeah, so she's probably like I don't know,
maybe.
12 or whatever in New Frontier.
yeah, so late teens. Yeah.
Which is fucked. Now that I say that, she is like the oldest 12-year-old, cold-blooded.
Oh yeah.
Cold-blooded for a 12-year-old.
And now
She's been through some shit, man.
Oh, but she's a real piece of work in the New Frontier.
And now you got this AJ, and all the choices for me are just like, we're in the zombie apocalypse. How cold-blooded do I want to make you as a 5-year-old?
There's a part in the New Frontier where she's like shooting dud shells at a dude, which seems real fucked. She's like, this ammo doesn't work. Click, 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 and just keeps going through. You're like, this seems fucked.
Well, I mean, if I think I remember that part. He gave her the ammo, right?
Yeah, he did. That was
so
the man
he's
who sold
trying
it to her.
he's trying to fuck her over. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he better hope those bullets don't work.
yeah, it ends really well.
My biggest thing is that in my canon universe, Kenny is still out there somewhere,
Mine too.
and I'm hoping he stumbles upon
Yeah,
me.
mine too. God bless him. Kenny's alive. Haven't seen the body.
Oliver, question.
Oliver's
Kenny shows up in like 3, doesn't he?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ski Lodge.
He gets written
Yeah.
off in the first 4 seconds of
No,
season
does he?
3.
You can. Does he?
Of season
Yeah.
3.
I don't think
what?
my Kenny.
And
No.
like the backstory, it's like
he pieces in season 2. He leaves before the end of season 2.
Like my
or
Kenny.
you can go with him.
yeah, you can go with him. But yeah, if you don't go with him and you stay with the girl,
Right.
Because the girl gets written off if you go with the girl. So I would assume if you went with Kenny, Kenny would get written off.
There
as
was
well.
like 4 endings to 2. I remember because I remember I ended up in a totally different city than most of you guys.
I left them both. I was
yeah,
like,
the
fuck
beginning,
you, Kenny, fuck
the
you,
beginning,
girl.
like previously on Walking Dead in the first episode of season 3 was like a pixel slideshow showing what happened in between the end of season 2 and the beginning of season 3. And it had a moment where it showed that the person you sided with ended up either leaving or dying. I don't remember.
Yeah,
which it
my
was.
Kenny left at the end of season 2. They wouldn't let us both in the community in the city.
Yeah.
And Kenny's like, just take the girl and the baby then.
I think that might be exactly what happened for me too.
Yeah.
He's like, just go on, Clem. I'll be
And
fine.
then he fucking grabs his bag on a stick and heads on into
Yeah,
the
because I
fog.
ended up.
I think he only
with,
had one eye at that point.
I
too.
ended up
Mine
with
did too.
the girl, and we both got let into the city. So
I just want to say, Pixel Slideshow, great name for a podcast.
It's good.
hashtag.
What is a Pixel
Steal it.
Slideshow?
I don't fucking know. It's fucking pixels and slideshows, man.
That's the next iteration.
Talking Reckless into Pixel Slideshow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I kind of want to pick that up. Like,
Yeah.
I did not play 3.
You should probably play 3.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not terrible. It's
No, I bet not.
just the weakest
I-
of a good series.
I really like those games. I just, for some reason, I didn't pick up 3.
Yeah.
Was there one before 2 and 3?
400. No, that was before 2.
That was
there
before-
was 400
yeah,
days. Was
yeah.
their free little.
Didn't play that one either.
You play as a different
wasn't-
character in 3.
Wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hobby.
hobby.
He's
But
good.
Clem is
Ex-baseball
also in the
player.
mix.
Yeah, Clem.
Yes, she's
Clem is in
around.
the mix from like second 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually liked playing as a new character and like learning. I'm like, oh yeah, the people. hated seeing the initial apocalypse because it's the same thing. Like, oh yeah, Bruce Wayne's parents are gonna die. It's everyone being like, they're dead. What does this mean? They're coming back. Zombies don't exist in this universe, and I fucking hate that. But you get over it.
Mm-hmm. And I actually I might not have been selling it very well, but having AJ around, like having that new kind of like, this is what all my decisions are based on, on top of my own survival, is just like, oh, I don't want to turn you into a really shitty person.
You're a dad now, Brando.
Yeah,
exactly. It's kind of neat because in the first one, it's new, right? You're Lee, and then you meet Clementine,
Shagasta.
and you kind of go through that. But then it's intriguing to hear that you're now Clementine and you've gone through what she's gone through.
Yeah,
essentially 3 seasons of this game. And now you kind of want to impart your knowledge, or like depending on how you feel like how you want to affect this kid. That's interesting.
WWLD. What would Lee do?
Yeah.
Always save the last bullet for yourself.
That's also what Lee told my Clementine.
I love that.
Which is fucked.
It is, but
real
that's what it is.
Better than getting eaten?
Yeah.
There's always a chance. How many times we thought Kenny was dead? Kenny ain't dead. If Kenny had a bullet and used it on himself, he would be dead. When he shows up in season 3...
Yes.
Some people lost Kenny in season 1, which just sounds like the worst.
Idiots.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I killed Kenny.
Can you like flat lose him in season 1?
Yeah,
What does your season 2 turn into then?
I think just the
That's
girl.
weird, yeah. A lot of my season 2 was just me and Kenny, like, spending time, him being like, I'm crazy, Clem, but I know I'm crazy, so shoot me if you have to,
Maybe
and stuff like
maybe
that.
you can't lose him in season 1.
I don't think you can, because
Maybe you just think you lost him in season 1.
I thought he died. He like falls between 2 buildings or something,
Right.
and
Right.
walkers overwhelm him,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, that's the end of him, I guess.
Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of.
That's why it's such a surprise in season 2.
Yep, and an even bigger one in season 4.
Only 4 episodes, though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. And a lot of like characters in your like end of game kind of
summary.
Yeah,
lots of characters with different relationships and
Okay.
percentages.
I don't say anything. I hope we see Jesus again, because the man who voices him voices Garrus from Mass Effect,
Oh shit.
and they might as well just be the same.
Yep.
Just how he talks.
Space Jesus.
Yeah, he's zombie Jesus also. Earth Jesus.
Jesus is like show comic book
Yeah,
Yeah.
canon
He's
character.
in.
He's
Is he in 3?
He's in season 3.
Yeah.
He's a fucking kung fu man or some shit. What else you play?
I played Dead Cells.
That's a video game.
That is a
A
video
lot
game.
of talk about this game.
Yes, it seems very good.
The name sounds like Dark Souls.
Yes.
Dead Cells.
Yes, the Souls mechanic from Dark Souls is the Cells mechanic in Dead Cells.
Also the terrorist organization from
Yeah, that's
Metal Gear
that's
2. Obviously,
where
I can see that
yep.
you... Yeah.
I was trying to fit that in. Go ahead.
It is a rogue light. It is specifically a lot like, to me, Rogue Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Okay.
it is the Kevin's ears just perked up. You start with a character, you go through this procedurally generated world, and then when you die, there's a story justification for the next person who goes.
Mm-hmm.
And much like that, you're finding weapon upgrade. Yeah, there's 2 currencies. There's the cells, which you use at like specific checkpoints as you beat worlds to be like, give me this permanent upgrade that then I'll have for the rest of the time.
Okay.
And then there's gold, which is give me this upgrade that I can use for this run.
Okay.
And I think my favorite thing about it is just how it plays. It's really tight. It's like you start with a sword and shield. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 out of the 3 of a sword, a bow, or a shield. And I've just been using the sword and shield, and just the parry system. It's the attack animations. Like, you get used to it. As soon as you pick up a weapon, you like give it like 3 swings because you got to figure out what it does.
Get the feel for it. Yeah. So that's the Dark Souls part, and the run mechanic, obviously. But
the run mechanic, yeah.
The slow kind of animation base.
Yes, and like enemies don't hurt you when they touch you; they only hurt you when they hit you.
Oh.
Which is which is something that, like, the first time it happened, I was like, oh
yeah.
It's like, huh, yeah, and it's a 2D, so you can kind of roll through them.
Yeah, cool.
Right to the other side and then attack them from the back. It feels really, really good.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't really like about it is the jump feels really, really heavy, but it is like tight. Like when I'm doing the platforming stuff, I can get it, like the really tight, like, oh, you got to land in between these two spike floor things. I can get it. It feels good, but it is like...
It's the opposite of floaty, kind of.
Exactly. And I'm coming off of Hollow Knight, which is a really high, fast jump. So, I can't get into it. So there's all the stuff I talked about.
Yep.
And it's cool because it's a very, like, the theme is very, like, experimental science. There's a lot of test tubes in the place where you appear to be getting regrown or something. I don't know what the story justification is yet, but you're like a blob of green, disgusting goop is falling out of a tube at the beginning of your run and like squirming over to this set of armor and then like animating the armor.
Okay.
And then you go through this place where there's all these hanging like test tubes.
I've seen them,
and stuff like that. And in the test tubes are all the permanent upgrades that you've gotten. So you're like kind of filling up, and you can see like at a glance, like, oh, look at all the shit from this game that I have access to. So
it reminded me like a chandelier, but each chain is like a ball with an item in it.
Yeah,
and there's like 500 of them.
There's a lot. So it seems like that game is very, very long.
Yeah,
if you want to spend the time with it. What else? Whenever you get to these same checkpoints where you can give off your souls, you'll get a new mutation, which I think is only for that run, which is basically just a damage defense or... Oh, no, it's not. It's a percentage increase for either your red weapons, which are like sword. They're like smacking...
Physical hit 'em.
I can't even say that because there's technique weapons, which are like I think a whip is a technique weapon. So it's like red seems to be like very much like bludgeoning things, and then there's like technique weapons, which are like whips and bows, and then there's green, which as far as I can see has only been shields.
Okay.
So you can like upgrade your percent, like your proficiencies
with all my red do 5% more damage or whatever.
And then some items you pick up are like red and purple.
Oh.
So I don't know if that means that it's like multiplied when you upgrade those or...
Yeah.
It's weird. It's neat though.
Is it like, is it really like arcade? Is it really hard? Did they explain the systems to you, or is it like opaque in a way that like I need to go to the wiki and see what this means?
They don't explain really anything to you, but I feel like you have played enough of these that you will not...
They're not throwing stat. They're not like, you have 86 poise. And it's like, what
no.
fuck does that mean?
No, it doesn't seem like there's very... Like, you get a new weapon and it gives you all the... Like, your damage per second, damage per second is on there, and everything else is very self-explanatory, where it's like, oh, it'll freeze an enemy if you parry him. Like, it'll, like, turn him to ice and stuff like that, so...
Sounds like it'd be right up my alley.
It's a lot of fun. I only had, like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 runs.
I might check that. I might check that out next week. You kind of sold me on it.
There's so I found like the first, I don't want to call it world, but like the distance between where you start and the first checkpoint where you can drop off souls.
Yep.
And you can't go backwards to drop off souls.
Okay.
You go forward and you
so even
drop
if you
off your
get to
souls.
like, oh, I just got this last tough enemy, I'm gonna go cash in and like level up and come back and do the level again.
No, once you start the next thing, you have to get to that next checkpoint.
Okay.
So you're basically playing the first checkpoint until you get enough upgrades to be good enough to get to the next checkpoint.
Just kind of wiping on it over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Until, okay.
So I got like between 10 and 12 souls every time I did the first one.
Sells.
a lot of stuff. Like there was stuff I could upgrade immediately with 5, which was like my first one I got was like, oh, you give 5, you get a health potion that you can take with you. Every time you get to a checkpoint, it'll refill. You can use it once on the way. Yeah. And it's just all that stuff. And then it's the kind of feeling where you're always kind of like, even on my last run, it's like, okay, I didn't get to this next checkpoint, but I got the ability to keep 3,000 of my gold over my death. So I can bring 3,000 in, which all of a sudden that makes my next run way easier.
Get buffs.
Because I can get some buffs and stuff. So
maybe
it feels like you're never wasting your time. Even if you're not really getting farther, you are getting better for the next attempt.
Oh, there's Dark Souls, brother. There's Dark Souls. Are there big bosses? Big set piece bosses?
No, I have not got to one. But as I understand it, there are.
Cool.
Yes.
Because that's my favorite thing is dying over and over and over and over and over to a boss and then finally learning it and finally overcoming it.
Yeah. It's real dope. Yeah. It seems real dope. You can go, there's like portals that you can find that you go in, you open a chest, and it gives you like a bunch of cells. But then getting out of that portal is really, really
Hellish.
tough. And then even when you get out of that portal, it drops you off where you got in the portal, and you still have to get to the checkpoint where you drop off your cells.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
To be honest, it's been on my radar.
Yeah.
Just been waiting for it to cool off a little bit.
A lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
The music's really good too. I like the music.
I love good music. You play anything else? That's it for you?
That's it for
you
me.
got the...
No.
Let me just see what you put in the show notes here.
Nothing.
Okay.
Detroit and Batman.
All right.
I already spoke about Detroit.
Yeah.
Batman goes without saying.
His name's not even on here, so he wasn't going to show up.
Yeah.
Continue. Wait, there was a real discussion upstairs of like, Oliver didn't say yay or nay to the start time. Is he going to be here?
Does he even know what's going on?
You said yes, you'll be here
On the-
today,
on the 15th?
several days ago.
Didn't say about 7-ish when you said.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So then I was like, I wonder if he even saw this and if he's just showing up at like 8 o'clock or something.
7-ish.
10:30.
Kev, what about you?
What about me?
Let's try and keep the Warcraft talk to 45 minutes or under this week.
All right. Well, before we talk about Warcraft, I was on vacation last week
Okay.
in BC with my brother and his family.
Bring cash. That's what
Yeah,
it stands for.
That's right. I found out that beer is super expensive there.
Yeah, bring
And
cash.
It's bullshit.
It's because they have double the like government sales tax.
More
double
than
the
double
PSP.
the tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I don't know. We're from Alberta. I don't know if anybody is also from Alberta, but when you
I
go to the
am.
liquor store,
Literally just us.
when you go to the liquor store and you see,
Plus, liquor stores are open till like forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we have the
Compared to
most
them.
liquor stores per capita of. It used to be anywhere in the world. Maybe it's just like North America now. But there was a time where Alberta had the most liquor stores per
You
capita.
can cross from the BC border to the Saskatchewan border by going from liquor store to liquor store, and each liquor store will be within eye shot.
He's not kidding. He's not kidding.
he's probably kidding.
Just on like the Yellowhead, the cross country
There's
Canada
a tough-
highway, you
there's
can
a
like
tough
see
one.
the next one.
It's a tough one. Bottom of the mountain, top of the
Yeah.
mountain, bottom of the mountain. But
Yeah.
it works.
But yeah, so in Alberta, you go to the liquor store and they have a price on their beer, and you pay that price plus 5% sales tax.
No.
And
They have the
deposit.
They have the deposit. Most of the liquor stores have
It's
it
included
factored in.
in-
Yeah, but you go to BC, none of it's factored in. Sales tax isn't factored in. The
Ooh,
bottle
really? The
deposit is
bottle?
not
Oh.
factored in.
Wow. So
Crooks.
you get to the till and it's like $5 or $6 more expensive than you're expecting.
It was a 48 can of box of beer that I was getting, and it said $68 for 48 beers.
And you were like, "Damn, that's a good price."
Well, it
You were
wasn't.
like,
it's
damn,
not a good
that's
price.
a
It's
price I'll
reasonable.
pay.
That's a reasonable price when you're in
reasonable
BC,
here.
right? And I bring it up to the counter, and I throw it down and pull out my Alberta driver's license, expecting to be ID'd, but, didn't happen.
She like sees the license and be like, "Oh, he's not going to be happy soon."
better luck next time.
Yeah.
But the guy rung it in, and it ended up being like $85.
Ugh.
And I called him out on it. I'm like, dude, your sign says $68. And he's like, yeah, there's bottle deposit and tax. And I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, we're in BC where it's 16% sales tax or some bullshit like that.
Holy.
So yeah, that was a little
Sounds like
uncalled
hell.
for.
That sounds like a place I never want to go.
Plus
Yeah.
what, like 5 cents per can
That's all.
deposit?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
probably something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
deposit
or
and
a quarter.
then 12% sales tax. Yeah,
Holy. That's expensive.
At least the peaches are fresh.
No,
and they don't
cherries are
refrigerate
nice.
their beer.
The
Well,
fuck
that's
in like
just
any
hell.
store?
No,
They don't have
if
coolers? Oh.
if you get the beer from the cooler in a BC, they charge you more.
More, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably like a great energy saving for the
Oh.
province, actually. But
Well, I'm not seeing those savings in my pocket.
savages,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I'm,
right.
not, I'm not tasting
Who,
those
who
savings
buys
in my
warm
tongue.
beer?
Yeah, keep that shit out of
Me,
here.
apparently. But anyway, so I was spending a lot of time with the family out there, and
Sorry, did you mention what city? What town?
Chilliwack.
Okay. Is that place on fire?
It's a band.
It did break out in fire
While you were there?
While we were there, yeah.
Cool.
That was just a dance floor, though.
Yeah. Anyway, but I have two nieces, 7 and 10, and they kept telling me about this new game that they're playing because they used to be big into Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So I was showing up and I was expecting them to be showing me all this
The
Minecraft
biggest
shit.
game in the
Just
world.
started flossing in
Yeah.
front of you.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
And it's this game called Roblox.
Oh,
I've had people come into my stream out of nowhere and be like, "You should play Roblox,"
Really?
and then fucking vanish.
yeah.
It's probably because I like I don't know how often that happened, but like
more than it should.
one of my last streams, I was shit talking it real bad, and
my man.
I was in your chat actually talking to Hima about it and just shit talking it real bad.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna shit talk it on the show.
All right.
And
Right.
also live on the channel. So.
Grandest stage of them all.
Fuck it.
So apparently, I looked it up. That game came out in 2004.
Okay, so 14 years old now. Holy
Yeah, so
jeez.
it's not really a game. It's
it's a way of life.
it's like a database of player-made games. So you get Roblox, and the only games on it you can play are player-made games.
Okay.
So player makes a game in Roblox,
I made a pinball
uploads
machine.
it. Exactly.
Okay.
Uploads it. People can play it, and the person who made the game can also put microtransactions in their game.
You want your ball to look like an American flag? That's 30 cents.
Exactly. So this is a game that is marketed to children, and my niece plays it on tablet because they don't have a computer.
Right.
And even just the layout of the screen on the tablet version of this game is so predatory that even me, who loves microtransactions, have to look at it and just be like, "What the fuck?"
There's a lot of lines I'll cross, but this ain't one of them.
Like, and it kind of misses with this group, but I know we have some listeners who have young kids, and if you ever watch a kid play a video game, they get excited and they move around and they're vocal and they jump up and down, and the movement controller on the iPad version of this game is directly below every single microtransaction button.
Ooh, that's good.
So kid gets excited,
Yeah.
presses up a little too far, presses a microtransaction button. So
Does that at least like pop up with like?
it
Hey,
only
you
would
wanna do
pop
this?
up based on like your individual settings.
Yeah, so if you have
So
like,
if your tablet settings say always question microtransactions, then it would cancel it out. But when I was watching my niece play it, every time she pressed it, she just automatically just clicked through. Like, she didn't even pay attention to what button she was clicking.
Lord.
She was just clicking through.
She's spending
just to
money
get
every
it off.
time?
just to get that little window out.
It's
out
funny
of it,
because
keep playing.
she, every time she saw something that she wanted to buy, because I watched her play, there was 2 games I watched her play. One game was a sledding game where literally the way you beat the game is press forward, and you will go down the course and you will get to the end. Just press forward.
Okay.
That is the entire game.
That doesn't seem like something you need to spend money to do.
I love to win.
And then the second game I watched her play was like a zombie horde game, like Call of Duty kind of zombie mode.
Okay.
Except there's a house that you can jump on, and none of the zombies can jump. So all you do is you jump on this house, you have your machine gun, and you just stand up there and you mow down rows and rows of zombies.
I love to win.
Until you find it not fun anymore.
That's right.
But
Good way to distract some kids.
she kept seeing these things on this race game that she wanted to buy. So she kept clicking them and then clicking through the things so fast.
Man.
I'm like, Ariana, are you sure you actually bought that? Because like I can pick up like some of the words as she was clicking. It's like you have to log in and transaction not complete and all this stuff.
Oh, thank God.
And as she's clicking through it, she's like, no, I bought that. I'm gonna put it on later. And she was actually getting into a big fight with her sister about this game because she thinks that her sister goes into the game and deletes her stuff.
Really, she's just not.
Really,
not
she's
actually
just not buying it, right?
Okay.
So it's predatory in the fact that it tricks you into thinking you've bought microtransactions, especially if you're a small kid, which the game is marketed for.
Okay.
It places the microtransactions in a place that is 99% of the time the kid is going to press it accidentally. And when a kid's playing a game and they see this pop-up, 99% of the time they're just going to try and get it away.
Yeah.
They're going to press any button that gets it to go away.
Right.
And if your tablet settings aren't set up correctly, they're going to be buying a lot of shit on your credit card.
Yeah.
We should make a Roblox map. It's just gonna do what you want to scam some kids. I don't know.
I kind of want to scam some kids.
It's
probably
They have
easier
to
than
I mean,
Sounds-
you're scamming the parents, right?
It's true.
You're
guess
just,
so.
you're just using the kid to
Yeah.
scam the parents.
So did anyone at any point sit Did you sit your niece down? You're like, you're not
I
not
tried
actually
to.
buying this.
I
and
tried to explain
maybe
it
you
to
don't
her.
want to, and here's why.
I tried to explain it to her, and she wouldn't have any of
It's
it.
like, I like
she was
buying stuff.
It's absolutely the blinders on. Like
Oh,
even my
boy.
10-year-old niece, I was talking to her about it, and she's like, "It's the greatest game ever. It's you can do this, this, and this." And I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and make Roblox videos. And I'm like, no.
No, stay out.
Next generation.
That space is too crowded, kid. Get a trade. So now, can you put yourself in our shoes when we're talking to you about Star Wars Galaxies?
See, no, because at least with a normal game,
It's like talking to a
with a game that's
5-year-old.
not shitty. With a game that's not predatory, I should say.
Okay, yes. I
There's a lot of different ways that you can avoid microtransactions in a lot of games that have them.
totally.
This game, you can't avoid them.
Yeah.
There is no way to avoid the microtransactions.
That sucks. Why would
Why do people want you to play this?
I know that? Yes, and like, why do people want to play it who aren't children?
That's
Those
exactly
games don't
it. The
sound
only people who would play this game who aren't children are the people who are making the games to be predators. That is flat out the only way that reason I could see playing this
look
game.
in on some of that, just as like an expose almost, and see what's up. See what the PC version looks like, maybe.
I can't believe that when this conversation started, I was like, I hope this isn't Fortnite.
Yeah.
And now
No,
it's like,
God.
oh, it'd be good if it was Fortnite now.
No, see, the PC version guaranteed, and there's an Xbox version and console version as well. Guaranteed it wouldn't be the same because you have a controller. You can move without accidentally pressing things.
Yeah,
right?
no, the game part of it, where it's not really a game, would probably still be
Yeah,
the same.
probably, yeah.
Press forward to win.
I love winning.
Man loves winning.
So yeah, there was that, and it was also ridiculously hot in Chilliwack the entire week.
It was on fire.
It's
Yeah.
got chill right in the name. That's weird.
So I was there for
Sounds whack in
7 or
the
8
name.
days. I was there Saturday to Saturday. The only day that wasn't 35 or above was 31.
Oof.
Oh, fuck.
Oof. It was pretty warm here. We
Yeah.
got one cool day, which is nice.
Yeah, we
Trail BC was in like the mid 40s one day when it was hot here.
That's too hot.
Yeah, it was super rough too because I was sleeping. I didn't have a room because my brother was still renovating.
It's my
and
favorite part of the story.
My parents were also there because my dad was helping him repaint the house.
Okay.
So
What a great time to have your brother from the other province over.
yes,
It's the middle
exactly.
of renovations when he has no room to sleep in.
So my mom and my dad got the rec room in the basement, and I got the main floor living room,
Okay.
which was being painted for 6 of the 7 days I was there,
Well, I probably smelled great.
including like mudding and sanding.
Oh, yeah.
So
That
here's me
sucks.
trying to sleep in 35-degree weather with the window open because it has to be,
Yeah.
with forest fires outside, and with
Paint fumes.
sand and paint fumes inside.
You're not even sweaty because the drywall dust is just like flour
Coating
on
you,
like a
yeah.
wet hand.
So
Ugh.
yeah, day 1 I woke up and I was sick. And it just went through the entire week. I got back here Saturday, and it rained Saturday and Sunday, so I kind of felt better then.
Yeah.
And then Monday it was super hot, and then Tuesday was super shitty again, and then Wednesday was we got the
Fucking
big
smoke blew in.
smoke from the
Oh,
fires, and
it was so bad. It woke me up. It was so like acrid and stinky.
Yeah.
and, like,
yeah, I had to
hard
close my
breathe.
window, yeah.
like
And it was fucking yellow.
the
when
entire
I woke
sky,
up.
the entire sky all day. I don't know if anyone wants to look at it, but you can find pictures of it online if you want to search for Edmonton.
It's very Silent Hill.
Yeah, like the entire sky was orange or yellow all day.
Yeah,
It sucked.
it's fucked.
So when that happened, that was only like a couple days ago.
Yep.
Like it was thick here. I couldn't even imagine how it is in BC.
2 Z's.
Yeah.
Well, it was. I looked up the air quality meter.
In the index, the AQI.
Yeah, and it was off the chart.
Yeah.
It goes from 1 to 10.
And there's 10 plus.
and we were at 10 plus.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, it was terrible. It pained me to talk when I got back to work on Monday. Every single person I would talk to on the phone, I would have to mute my headset because I would be coughing because it hurt so much to talk.
You can hear it kind of I can hear it in my voice and in your voice pretty bad, but you can hear it, I think, in probably most of our
Yeah, I
voices.
worked outside. I actually did the story about the smoke on Wednesday. And at the end of the day, my eyes were like hot. Like
Yeah.
it felt like that, like like I'd like close them because I felt tired, but then it would be like, oh no, that's even worse, and you'd have to like open them again.
Sucks.
But yeah, so I mean, the only good part about it was Tuesday, I called in sick to work because I couldn't put up with it. I'm just like, I need a day where I keep my mouth shut and I don't say anything. And coincidentally,
sometimes fortune smile.
What else happened on Tuesday?
Coincidentally, the new World of Warcraft expansion came out on Tuesday.
Weird. Did you start the BC forest fire so that you could take Tuesday? Is that? Oh no.
Oh no. They did come out with a report that said of the 600 fires in BC, at least 450 of them were man-made, man-started.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Either through flat-out arson or for
Cigarette on the highway, or whatever.
It's a lot of like, even if you're ATVing, they'll call that a man-made fire.
Yeah,
Just
the
like a
exhaust.
Yeah, the hot exhaust. You drive by a bush too close and it catches and starts to cinder, and by the time it starts,
dry.
you're long gone, right?
Yeah. It's like 80% of all fires are man-made.
Yeah.
I believe that. So the World of Warcraft expansion came out.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
I actually picked up, re-downloaded the game on the Saturday that I got back. Went into Eads' stream and said, "Hey man, I got some bad news."
Terrible. So he gets back from his trip and is just like, "Oh my, I've got some really bad news. You might want to sit down." I was like, "Well, okay, here we go."
I re-downloaded Warcraft.
Ooh.
It's just the pyro went off.
No amount of sitting can prepare a man.
No, it gets you. That's for sure. So I was trying to decide, because you get a boost up to the max level. I was trying to decide whether or not I was gonna buy the expansion to begin with. I played a little bit on my level 101 shaman, which I apparently made one level into the last expansion. Good on me. Literally, that's probably like
90,
I bought the
$90 well
expansion.
spent.
I bought the expansion.
Talk to the first guy. Yeah.
And the 1 month game card to play it.
Yeah.
And promptly played for 45 minutes and shut it off forever.
Well, I'm good for another 4 or 5 years.
But yeah, so I played a little bit on my shaman to see if I'm gonna get back into it. And the way that I figured out that I'm going to get back into it was by doing like 9 hours of pet battles.
My man.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I can do this.
My man.
I can get in.
Did you ever play the old Pokemon games on GBA?
No.
Or just GB, I guess?
Never a Pokemon fan.
They're very pet battles.
Yeah.
Could maybe set you up with a Pokemon game one
Yeah,
day.
that's exactly what Pokemon is, pet battles, yeah.
It's a little more... well, yes, it is, but it's a little more. It's like fighting dogs more than it is fighting pets. You know?
Oh,
So you
nice, yeah.
You ever played Neopets?
Yeah, way back in the
No.
day. You had to click on the
original dog fighting.
There was an Egyptian thing, and you had to click on it. If you got it exactly noon, it would give you. It was like a every minute on the clock was a different reward, and you want to get exactly noon because there's a million Neo points.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Could never get it. Could never fucking get it. Could never get it.
My brother was big into Neopets for some reason, and he tried to get me into it, and I played it for a little bit, and he kept showing me his account, and he had tons of shit, man.
Yeah, check on your.
Sometimes you fall into a game and you don't expect it to get you.
Make a little HTML shop that people can visit. It's pretty cool.
Check on your little rainbow unicorn in between LimeWire downloads.
Yeah, I had like a seahorse man. He was like, he was a seahorse. It's no man at all. Just a seahorse, I guess, but
had legs,
very big eyes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So yeah, I still have my level 100 boost that I got with the Legion expansion. And then I used my
really good.
That changes things.
Yeah, wow.
I used my level 110 boost on a monk, one of the classes that I've never played before because it was not really around when I played the game.
Yeah, expansion 4 it came out.
Yeah,
5.
Pandaria.
5,
yeah. But yeah, so it's a class that has healing, tanking, and DPS capabilities, and that's just absolute gibberish to half this table. But
I don't think so. What do you think a tank is?
It's like someone who absorbs all the damage.
Yeah,
right?
what do you think a healer
the tough
is?
guy.
Y'all have played enough video games.
I don't know what a healer is.
Y'all have played enough games that
that
like
one?
every game's an RPG enough now that everybody
He tries
knows.
to run and shoot.
Yeah, he is a good guy until the last second when he reveals he was the bad guy the whole time.
Yeah, he was the
He
healer.
turns other people into heels.
That's right. Also,
Vince McMahon.
So yeah, I figured to myself like, hey, I did a little bit of research on the classes, and I knew the old ones that I've played before, and I was looking at some of the new ones, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna get it back into it, I'm going to pick the class that can do everything, because then if I don't like doing something, I can just switch to something else.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I played a bit, played all day Tuesday, played for maybe an hour on Wednesday. Thursday didn't play any because I was streaming. And then today I played for 15 minutes before the show.
Yeah. It's very comforting. You know, it's like going back to an old faithful pet, or it's just it's like the just turn your brain off. You want to use 1% of your brain power for WoW, 5% for whatever's on the second screen, and then 95% or 94% to just
meditate.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm in no hurry to get to max level. I'm in no hurry to try to get good at the game. I'm in it for fun, and as long as I'm having fun, I'm gonna keep playing.
Yeah, I hit max level like yesterday or something.
Yeah,
and same thing. You hit max level and they set you. Here's like 1,000 things to do or whatever, and it's just like, oh yeah, that'll take a while. Cool. Just keep banging away on it. Yeah. Real slow, real chill. You can turn if you don't like the PvP, if you don't like players killing you, you can just turn that right off now. And yeah, that's nice. You know,
just a clicker. Any game you can turn into a clicker.
It kind of is a clicker in a lot of ways. The numbers kind of get higher as you. It's very clickerish.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of the pet battles.
Yeah,
I'm getting back into it.
There's a better way. There's a better game.
It's not though.
It's a bad Pokemon. It's Pokemon, but what if they only had 3 moves and like 2 types, 4 types or whatever?
There's 8 types. Actually, there's more than 8 types. There's like 10 or 12 types.
All right,
they all have 6 moves.
What if they had more types than Pokemon and more moves than Pokemon? Still sounds worse.
But yeah, I mean,
pet battle. You've never heard that in your life. Who's that Pokemon?
That's the thing.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
It's usually
Turn the commercial break.
It's usually Geodude. It's Geodude.
It seemed to be Geodude proportionately more than it should have been.
Yeah. But I mean, this one does a lot of things better than a lot of the other ones did. Like considering I completely skipped on Legion other than the 45 minutes I played, I don't know how that one went. But there's a ton of voice acting in this one.
Yep.
Almost every main quest has at least an intro and an outro of voice acting kind of thing. And usually most of them will have some in the middle as well.
Yeah.
And it's usually pretty well done.
They've been doing more and more and more of that as the expansion. Like Warlords Mist had a little bit of VO, Warlords had a little bit more VO, Legion had quite a bit. It seems like this one is even more.
Yeah.
One Laura Bailey is Jaina.
Has she always been Jaina, or is she just Jaina in this one?
I don't know. Also, Liam O'Brien is Illidan, apparently.
He's always been Illidan.
He's not. He was not Illidan in 3.
Are you sure?
Because I think it might have been Matt Mercer.
Oh.
But anyways, it's that whole fucking cast is that entire game, apparently. Travis, what's his last name?
Willingham.
Is also, I believe he's Torellian.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
they're talented actors.
Extremely talented at what they do, and they're extremely topical, so
talented actors.
Might as well get them in your game.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Every single one of them was in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Like, that was the only voice actors they had, was just the cast of Critical Role. I'm pretty sure they did every voice in that game.
I don't know if all of them are in Overwatch, but like 5 out of the 6 are in Overwatch. They stick together. That's weird. Now that I think about that, are they just like a traveling circus? Are they like, Mercer's group's coming in, get all the lines for our different projects
one of them books the job, and they're like, hey, do you any other roles you guys need? Because I know some guys, I know some girls.
I feel like Lucio...
You know some guys?
Come on in. Look, you're all my friends.
I feel like Lucio might be in that new Walking Dead.
Do you know the actor's name? We can figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We can do the research. I played. Did you play anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I played and finished the Assassin's Creed Origins this week.
Finished it, eh?
Yeah. Well, I finished the main game. It's good. It's good. It's a nice departure from what Assassin's Creed has been.
I really like that. Brandon's number 10 game of the year.
Yeah, if I'd finished it, it would have definitely been on my list. I think that year. It's pretty good. There's some good like most of the side quests feel pretty significant. There's a couple throwaway. There's actually a few throwaway ones where it's like, oh, back bandits took my blank. And you're like, okay.
Again?
And it's the same actor, too, who's always like, oh. Every conversation starts with, oh. And you're like, oh, this guy. Okay.
Like hearing it in your nightmares.
At least you know what you're getting into as soon as he opens his mouth. All right, here we go. Fetch quest.
And the end of that game goes real fast. There's like it feels like it's like ploddingly slow almost, and then you get to about hour 20, and it's just like, okay, we gotta pick it up. We gotta pick it up again. And it winds up in a way that 5 years happen in about I don't know 40 minutes of gameplay towards the end of that.
Yeah, they do a lot of jumps, don't they?
A lot, and it's. I think you can kind of see it's like, oh, this is where all the Assassin's Creed shit went in. This is where we had to like
tie it in.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I know. I think a lot of people were pretty cool on the Out of the Animus stuff when
there
were.
was nothing to do.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
That's what I like most about it.
It was dumb.
There's one little hook where he's like, "Hi, I'm William Miles," and I'm like, "Oh, is that? Oh,
Who
fuck.
says that even?
William, the father of Desmond Miles,
I know.
William Miles shows up and is like, "Hey, you get out of the Animus," and he's just sitting there, and he like shoots his blade out, and you're like, "Oh, he's an assassin. I can trust this guy, I guess, because he has a hidden blade." And he's like, "Hi, I'm William Miles. You got to get back in there for some reason."
Yep, plug back in.
And then you do.
It's good seeing you for 5 minutes. Plug back in.
No, it's actually how it goes.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me while I'm under.
Yeah, and then
robs the
then she
plates.
does. Yeah. But I liked A, that there was nothing to it because being out of the Animus sucks, and B, that at least they threw a thing in that they threw in fan service that hit home with me in a little bit.
Desmond Miles is basically the only thing that like that and the word Eden.
Yeah,
when it like comes up on an email that I'm rifling through before I get back in the Animus, I'm like, what does that say? What does that say about Miles? Was this is apple? Is that the apple of Eden?
Or you see the sphere every now and again. And you're just like, oh, is that? Oh, okay, maybe that's not it because he beat a man to death with it instead of like controlling the minds of the populace. But it turned out it was that he just didn't know how to do that. I guess. Yeah.
There's a lot of like collectible shit to do in this one.
Yeah, not as many as in past games.
Really? Because I was watching Hima was streaming it and
different game, different Assassin's Creed game. Yeah. She plays Syndicate.
Oh, isn't that? Are you sure?
Yeah, that one's
game?
no, that one's in
Origins is
1800
Egypt.
like England. The one I'm playing is 46 BC Egypt. One
But I agree with you. Now that we're all on the same page, there are too many collectibles in that game.
One they say gov, one they say neck.
Yeah,
I don't give a neck.
I don't give a gov.
The Assassin's Creed stuff is kind of the shit that they cram in that last part.
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
A little bit. Until like the more I think back into it, the more I remember. Because there's a Final Fantasy DLC thing they threw in where a man from Final Fantasy shows up in a Gundam.
Which guy?
The ambassador to. Okay, so there are two factions in Final Fantasy 15: Noctis's faction and the evil faction.
Okay.
He's the ambassador of the emissary of the evil he's got red hair. He shows up real early, Act 1. You don't know who he is.
Top hat, big flowy robes?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He's like a real smarmy douchebag that shows up early.
I don't know. He's the boss of the game, I think.
Yeah.
I think he is the boss of the game.
Yeah, that guy's fucking cool.
Anyways.
Spoiler alert for Final Fantasy 15.
A meteor
ago.
crashes, and Baek is like, oh, it's a sign from the gods. You do this little puzzle and unlock this thing. And he shows up. A Gundam flies out of a pyramid, and he comes out of the Gundam and gives you a sword and a shield, and then is like, okay, see ya! Whoosh! And takes off. And I'm like, oh,
that's fever dream.
Well, that's why I'm like, oh, that's a nice little, like, that doesn't mean anything. That's just a nice little Final Fantasy thing.
When did this happen?
It's a level 23 quest called Gift of the Gods or something. It's like a green exclamation point. It was probably added after release because I think Final Fantasy 15 didn't come out later.
I remember there was a crossover.
Yeah, you also get the Chocobo too from that quest.
I definitely was not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Stopped.
But anyways, I was like, oh, that's a neat little throwaway. Sure, tie-ins are fun. But apparently someone in the chat was and I verified since brought up that like, no, this is all lore. This is all written in. That character is the sage who can look like any person he wants, and you unleashed him on the world, and he's the guy who does a thing with Desmond later in the.
Where do you get a Gundam?
He's a progenitor race. It's the super tech, I guess, that they use sometimes. I don't know. As soon as someone reminded me of like the breadth of the bullshit in Assassin's Creed, it was just like, oh nope. The less time out of the Animus, the better.
So you're in for Odyssey.
I'm in for
I'm
Odyssey.
tepid because I just finished Origins,
Yeah.
and it was like 30 hours. They said I've got a story in news about it, but they said Odyssey is a bigger map it's a denser, bigger map. Also,
I'm in for it.
It's coming out in a year. It's like just over a year since the last release. So if you're gonna make more content in a very small amount of time, how much of it is filler? Do you put 1,500 flags on the map again, like Crusader flags?
I wish they would release these games
Feathers.
like in the heart of summer.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wish I had something dumb to put 80 hours into.
I need a World of Warcraft to drop.
Yeah. But no, they stick it like right in the middle of like all the
Yeah.
good games are out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to play
Red
this.
Dead's
Yeah.
coming. Spider-Man's coming.
We got more on Odyssey and news that we'll save. We'll save for news. There's some good news stories about that game.
Right.
But
What's the wife's name? Aya?
Aya?
Yeah, she's
No,
cool.
Aya is dead. I killed Aya. There's a scene at the end where she's talking to you, the player, like in the camera. She's like, I am the hidden one. Amunette. Amune.
Oh, I sort of remember that. I don't though.
Tuna man. I'm the hidden
Tuna
one.
Man.
Tuna man.
She's
But anyways,
cool though.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
The-
you can't tune a fish.
Here. The thing at the end so I guess it's explained in the DLC, which I didn't realize, but at the time she's like, Aya's dead, I'm the hidden one, whatever. Boom, game's over. You're like, what?
Wow. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I hate all that overarching stuff.
It's not great.
No, it's
Oh, he's
not,
just killing them.
It's
yeah,
not great.
just killing people.
Yep.
Templars versus assassins.
Yep. I played on Nightmare difficulty with the upscaling on, so it was hard in a way that forced us to use stealth and assassination.
That's
and
cool. Was it fun that way?
It was really fun. Like, we had sleep darts were key. Sleep and berserk darts were money.
Yeah, never used
like
those.
it forced you to use the tools in a way, which was awesome. I think I might just start playing games on the hardest
Sword and
difficulty
shield.
forever.
One loadout.
Yeah.
Big axe. Next loadout.
Literally just sword and shield for me the entire game. Didn't even try a second weapon. Found one I liked, and then just upgraded that one to infinity.
I was being a bird attack people.
Yeah, she, Senu, sister, Seni, brother. Mm-hmm. The eagle's
Look at
name is Senu.
Look at you luring the shit out of this game.
I am the lore.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people think I'm above the lore,
Epitaph.
but yeah. No, what do you mean the lore? Like, of course. What do you think we just play these games and like I don't want to know anything about them?
Not about all the.
I would like to close my eyes to the culture being presented to me.
The culture is cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
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 I spent a lot of time. I spent
Egyptian
a lot of
shit.
time petting cats. Did
Yeah.
you know you can pet cats?
Yeah.
You gotta like crouch down in just the right way and get the hand to land just on the cat, but he totally has like a scratch the cat animation. Feeding my bird. Bird comes down, lands on your shoulder. There's a button to feed the bird. I don't know if anyone knew that.
I didn't know that.
And lighting torches. Because you have a torch that you can pull at any time, and he'll like reach over and just light any unlit thing near him. So you can. There were some times like, hey, this is gonna be like 50 minutes. If you guys want to get a drink or something, I gotta light every torch in this place in case something happens. Hang on.
Is there an achievement for lighting every torch? in the game?
No achievement, and nothing fucking happens ever. But it's fun. It's a fun game. I think we're probably gonna check out the DLC because I've heard that's wild. And that new game's out right away, like October. No,
I don't
this year. This year,
I'm
sometime.
not going to play that game this year.
I'm gonna wait for reviews. I think probably on that one.
August. September is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
October is Red Dead.
and
Several others.
Call of Duty and
Whatever.
possibly Battlefield.
Well, when's Assassin's Creed? If it's between those two, I'm probably not going to play it, and that's terrible timing
We'll
on
figure
their
it out.
part.
I feel like Assassin's Creed
we'll
might
look it up
also
on the
be
break.
October.
We'll look up on the break. I think it might be October as well. We're a fact-based podcast.
Whatever.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That latest Red Dead trailer really got me.
Oh yeah, great.
In a way that
testers.
I've never been
Great balls on those horses.
into
My
Red Dead.
God.
Like, I never played the first one.
Oh, really?
No,
It's good.
and I didn't play it through. But man, this
Those
new
are two
game,
different things.
It's a hot ending.
I played maybe like 5 hours of the first one.
Oh yeah, just
Not
dip your
lots.
toes.
Yeah. But this game looks really
Yes.
on.
Every time I keep like I'm not watching the trailers and stuff, but I keep just catching stuff through the periphery. And every time I just hear it's like you can bond with your horse. I'm like, oh, okay, stop. I'm already buying it. Stop. It's like you need to like get supplies for your train or what. It's like all these systems that didn't exist in the first one, which sound amazing.
I know Marsden he's in it.
Yep, young,
Yeah.
John
John, yeah.
Marston,
Marston.
right?
Yeah.
John Marston.
Yep,
I'm
I think
thinking
that's right.
James Marsden, the actor.
James
Yeah.
is
That's how you know that
Yeah, okay.
it's John, because it's not the
It's
same
not
one.
James Marsden,
it
who also
Mars-
plays a cowboy on a TV show.
James Marsden, or is it also
I thought
Marsden?
it was Marsden.
Marsden, yeah.
The cowboy is Marsden.
Yeah, the cowboy's
Yeah.
Marsden, the actor is Marsden.
Right.
I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope when he shows up for the first time, it's in some really cool, dope way.
I think the game, the game might just open and he might be there. He might just be a member because you're like
Yeah, but
the
I don't
gang leader,
want that.
right?
gotta-
Shep, is that right? Shep.
I can picture them putting him like in front of me right at the beginning,
Yeah.
and me just looking at him being like, "I want to fucking play as you."
Or he's like sniveling, hasn't cut his teeth yet, and you're like, you little shit.
Yeah, fine.
I'm gonna learn you up good.
Oh, he should do something dope at the end then.
Yeah, he kills the Sam Squatch.
Yeah, I want him to do something where I'm like, "That's fucking John Marsden.
That's my boy right
That's
there.
the guy I spent 50 hours killing
Won't be my
motherfuckers
boy.
with."
I don't.
He's
So
gonna
I'm,
be the little shitheel.
I'm not
shithead.
Yeah, I'm not really
Wet
clear
beyond
on
the
the
ears.
The healer.
the healer. I'm not really clear on like where. I don't know a ton. I don't remember a ton about the original Red Dead. I don't know where this.
Ask
I know
me
it takes
anything.
place before. Okay, who do you play as in Red Dead 2? Do you know? Do we know? Is it
Yeah,
a named
yeah.
I
character?
think from what I gather, it's like it's a prequel game, and he's the gang leader of the gang that Marston was part of.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't remember his name.
Do you
but
kill him in Red Dead Redemption? You never see. He's
I don't think
already
you ever
dead.
see
He's
him.
already dead.
Yeah,
But I think he's
We'll let him
referenced.
answer it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me check his name.
We'll look in.
From
on
what I
this.
gather, from what I hear, like this character that you play as isn't really mentioned.
I thought he was mentioned, but I thought you never saw him.
But I mean, I think that's what's piquing most people's interest. Like, what's this guy all about?
I'm just wondering if maybe
don't know,
maybe,
though.
maybe this game ends with John Marston killing you, the player.
That would be fucking dope.
Because I don't really know. I have zero idea what happens in Red Dead Revolver. I don't even know who you play as or if it's related or I don't know.
Red Dead
fucking
Revolver was
things about
before
Red Dead
Redemption, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was
The
very
first
much
game.
Redemption was very much a spiritual successor.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah,
think
okay.
there's a lot of.
I'll definitely do like a
Synopsis.
type
thing.
Red Dead Redemption in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes if I can find it.
Oh, so you're Arthur Morgan, a member of the Dutch Vanderlyn gang.
Dutch Vanderlyn.
Sorry, Dutch Vanderlyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
Which
the
I
gang?
think that is the gang
Not Shep. Dutch.
I think that is the gang that you mow down in the
Mm-hmm.
next in the first Red Dead
Redemption.
Because they've wronged
Redemption because they wronged you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this game must at some point, I hope, end with them wronging you.
Yeah. You would
You
wrong
wronged
John.
John,
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
you. That's
Does
cool.
Dutch die? Does anyone remember? Do you kill Dutch in Red Dead Redemption?
Yes.
Like I'm just okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of interested.
The
I
game
didn't think
looks
I-
incredible.
I didn't think I was, but I never do.
The game looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like Rockstar can make a world, and I'm in a way that LA in Grand Theft Auto 5 really didn't interest me because it's just modern LA. Like this, like the Wild West, the place that they like set this game in is like holy.
You like cow? I'm just gonna say cowboys and Indians. I know that's not okay, but you like that time settings, like spaghetti western.
I sort of yeah. I mean, like
You know, everyone-
outlaws and fucking bandits.
You know, everyone has like that one time period that they sort of just like Warren doesn't like fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
and I just don't
not
like,
cowboys.
No.
I'm also not a fan of cowboys.
Uh-oh.
The power of Christ compels you.
Jesus.
Out, vile demon.
No, it's all the smoke.
What?
I'm also not a fan of cowboys.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
Anti-cowboys.
Cowboys and
There you go.
cowgirls, cow women.
Cowboys and Aboriginals.
First Nation. I don't even know what
I think it's
the
Aboriginals now.
First Nation.
It's either Aboriginals or
Indigenous.
Indigenous people, natives,
Definitely
native
not.
to the land.
Definitely can't say that one anymore.
No, why?
I don't know. I don't know.
we
native,
moved on from
yeah.
that one. Either
Native has
we
become
moved
like,
on from that one two ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
native has
definitely-
become
definitely
very,
two ago.
very not okay.
We rolled back to Indians.
No,
Yes, we once again think that the settlers came over to India, and it's the whole flat Earth thing. It's very confusing. Anybody do anything else? We should probably go for a break or something before we offend everyone.
Yeah.
No? All right, let's go. Quick break here.
I'm looking up Red Dead facts.
Yeah, we'll come back with all the hot Red Dead news and the rest of the hot news. We'll see you here on the other side of this musical break.
In
I like that Kevin's running his crowd favorite voice change bit that he does. That's
No.
I'll get you reading new releases again, maybe.
Bring it back.
Oh, that's not a thing that I can run on purpose.
Am I needing anything from upstairs?
I'm okay.
Nah, I'm okay.
Van Der. Hopefully, he gives me the rest because I don't remember what it is. Let's just.
How's all chat doing?
People are in it.
Keeping in mind that I can't really see the chat from here, so I'm gonna pull up my phone.
Yeah, get the phone out there.
See if anybody wants to say hi.
Y'all want to say hi?
Y'all want to get high? I mean, say hi. Oh, Duncan or Alex is in here. That's not Duncan. Oh, Zach's playing. Oh, Zach got back into WoW. Well, it's been nice knowing you, man.
It's been nice knowing you, Kevin.
Oh shit, Alex is getting drunk. Getting real drunk. That's good.
I go to Monday tomorrow morning.
I gotta save it for tomorrow. For all my hot Alanis Morissette songs I'm gonna be belting out. I really should have got like a pen and paper to write down all the names of the songs that as I was going through that massive list.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm gonna fucking remember.
Let's just go
any
download
of
them all. We'll put Alanis in there and download them all.
Yeah. 2,183 songs times 2.
Yeah.
Less the 100
And then we'll play this one set.
have. Yeah, 215 that we have. Watcher, how's it going? That's only like $4,000. We'd have all the songs in a rock band for like $4,000. That's $1,000 a person. Are you guys in? I'm in.
Only if we get the old discs. Such bullshit. I want to play some of the old disc catalog. Why don't they? Well, I mean, it's licensing rights. I know why. Just wish it weren't so.
Nah, we're just setting them all to
They should
do not show 1-star songs.
Yeah, they should figure out a way to make Rock Band. They should backwards compatible Rock Band. They should get in there. They should do the work. They should make Rock Band backwards compatible, and they should make the new instruments work on old Rock Band. I would buy Rock Band 2 again or whatever.
Yeah.
Which one had maps?
You
Whichever one had maps was what I want.
Dutch Vanderlyn is like the last kill in Red Dead. Not the guy that you go.
Not the one is the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
But like the end of John Marston's story is
Yeah.
killing Dutch.
How does
Vander.
How does John meet
It's like
his
on
end
the-
again?
John?
Yeah.
He gets shot by like all the government guys, I think.
I really got to replay that game. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
He gets like he's in the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they're like working on the farm, and a bunch of people like start riding in on horseback. To
Oh
kill
yeah,
him.
it's like after the fact.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
then
totally in
you-
cold blood.
Yeah, you shoot a bunch of them, and then I think you end up in the barn, and you come out of the barn with the like the eagle eye or dead eye,
Yeah.
or whatever, and like target a bunch of them and unload your shots, and then they just fucking
That's pretty
mow you
dope.
down. Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for this new game now. The more we talk about it, the more excited I get. Y'all want to finish this show off or what?
Let's finish it off.
Sure. All right, bye, chat.
Bye, chat. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I saw some folks stop by. I don't know if they're still here. Sarge. Hey, brother. We sort of don't look at the chat all that much during the old iTunes podcast.
Me. Hit it.
The news of the week. The news of the week. Where do you guys want to start? Remember all the games we heard about at E3? I have a story on every single one of them, basically.
Good.
Fallout 76? Let's start there. Ton of info about Fallout 76 this week. Last week it happened. Ask me anything about Fallout 76. What do you want to know?
How big can your party be?
up. You can form a party of up to 4 players.
How much bigger is the world compared to Fallout 4?
It's 4 times the size of Fallout 4, and we've got 6 unique regions that players are going to be thrilled to explore with their friends.
Can I play as a dog?
We're not discussing current DLC or microtransactions plans at this time, but stay tuned for more information from our official channels.
Well, how do I get my base around?
It's a camp system. So the way they laid out a bunch of stuff, it sort of helped to fill in some of the details, I think, kind of paint what this game is. 4 players to a party. You're building a base on a mobile platform that kind of just like folds out and then can fold back up. So if you say no that Oliver and those fuckers in the Bola Bola faction are about to nuke us, we can that's balls.
Yep.
We can like, oh, they're coming. Fold up the camp, boys. We gotta move. Fold the camp up, move it away. And so it sounds like base building, base destruction, rebuilding bases, moving bases, the permanency that I think a lot of people were wondering about.
Right. It'd be easy to rebuild.
Yeah, it's not something like we're going to spend 5 years building this city in Fallout. It seems more like, okay, set our base up. Let's go do some quests. Let's do our thing.
I want to laugh when a nuke hits our base.
Yeah, me too.
I do not want to cry.
Exactly. They detailed the PvP system a little bit. You can kill anyone at any point, but you only get you only get rewards for it if they agree to duel. So to duel, I shoot you. It does like no damage. It's the equivalent, they describe it as a slap. I come up and I slap you with my glove, basically.
With a bullet.
Yeah, and if you slap me back, all right, it's on. Let's fucking go. If you don't slap me back, if I just murder you in cold blood, suddenly I become a wanted man. There's a bounty on my head, which is paid out of my own wallet, which seems fucked. So if I get killed as a wanted player, the bounty gets paid out of my caps. And I guess it'll kind of mark you on the map.
The bounty only gets paid if someone kills you.
That's right.
Right.
And it's like
they're essentially robbing you of the bounty.
Just log off. Just kill someone and then, I'm just not going to play this game anymore.
I think you probably, forever. It's
I'm like picturing like a Matt Eads wanted poster that says $10,000, take it off his body after you kill him.
Exactly. $10,000 or whatever he has in his pockets.
Yeah. This sounds really good as long as there's no cards.
Oh boy, I got some. Well, so perks are equipped with a card system. You unlock more cards as you level up. The special system is in there. I don't remember what it stands for, but
special
strength, perception, intelligence, endurance, charisma. Luck.
Yeah.
What's A? Agility. Agility? That doesn't sound right.
Agility is definitely
is
one.
It? Okay.
Yeah,
awareness.
The Pip-Boy is balancing on
perception is one. Yeah, you're on his.
He's balancing on a bottle.
Okay.
Via finger.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the bottle was on the bottom, and he was like,
No, he's
kung fu.
I know exactly what that looks like.
The special is in there. There are perks are equipped via cards. You unlock more as you level up. They didn't go into, will I be able to buy these cards? Will I be able to spend a little money, get some more perks?
Don't let them buy it. Don't let them buy it.
They didn't go into any of that.
The interesting thing for me from all these bullet points is only human characters will be players.
That's correct.
So that's kind of neat. But from my experience with my small experience with MMOs and other games with players, that there's always that one idiot that's just jumping around with the stupid CK Pimp 6969.
Yeah, that'll be in this game.
Above his head, and I'm like, that guy is totally ruining the immersion for me.
That'll happen here as well. It's more like that point in particular is more saying that every single human character, there are no NPC humans.
Yeah.
They're all robots.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why it's such a big sticking point with people. People are like, oh, there are no NPC humans in the game. Like they just replaced, instead of a human being like, I need you to go and kill 5 rad roaches, it's a robot. It's the weird like the John Cleese butler guy being like, I need you to do this for me instead. Like,
the story is supposed to be 20 years after the bombs explode.
So the vault was supposed to open after 20 years. It actually opened after 25. No one knows why.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that'll
Writer
be
error.
I'm sure that'll be a totally like huge part of like Vault-Tec's real fucked. Here's what they did with this vault. It's not a control vault. Here's why.
Yeah. Those stories are interesting.
Totally.
I wonder how they're gonna explain like your 4 buddies and myriad other players in the world.
I don't know. We all came out of the vault, and I don't know. I'm really interested.
All
to
the
see.
players came out of one vault.
I think so. I think you're all supposed to be Vault-Tec people who like repopulate West Virginia. West Virginia?
Maybe sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's a song.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. It is West Virginia. Yep.
Yeah, it's the song.
It comes out November the 14th. We already knew that, but there's your reminder. I was interested. I still am. I think I'm getting a better sense of. I feel like I might know what this game is now, whereas at E3 it was a very big question mark. And feeling that, I think that it is going to be very MMO in a lot of ways. It is going to be very. There's not going to be a ton of dialogue. There's not going to be a ton of cutscenes. There's not going to be a ton of set pieces. Mm-hmm. It's going to be very player-driven and player-created.
Create your own story.
It's going to be a lot of that.
RA9.
RA9, fucking A! All right, if you want to start an RA9 camp faction, I'm in. Yep. We worship RA9. And if anyone ever asks, it's death to ask what RA9.
Oh, just say whatever you want, man.
It's death.
It's Marcus.
No one knows. If you say it's Marcus, it's death by crucifixion.
That's right.
Like the Legion in New
Bash
Vegas.
you over the head with a statue.
Yeah. You remember Halo Infinite? Was the Halo they showed at E3? Mm-hmm. And I said, wow, this looks weird. There is no way this is Halo 6. Why would they call it Infinite? Why does Master Chief look different? Why are they in Blood Gulch? What the fuck is happening? Yep. Mm-hmm. Microsoft says Halo Infinite is Halo 6.
There you go.
It is the direct sequel to Halo 5, which is what Halo 6 would be. The official statement is you should, and so they sort of double speak themselves here. They say you should just consider it Halo 6. Don't think of it as a weird prequel kind of thing. It's the next story. It's the next chapter and what's going on. Also, it's coming to PC. First Halo game to come to PC, which is a very big deal. Still not clear on what this is. I still think it might be all the Halo. I think it might be every piece of Halo content put together, also on PC. Would be a very big deal.
It's weird that they're still working on this Master Chief collection and releasing the every Halo.
Maybe it's not because the Master Chief collection exists.
I feel like it's just maybe Halo 6.
Master Chief Collection's totally fucked still. It just went into beta for their final working version like a few weeks ago. Within a month.
Release day and date with Halo 6.
Yeah, that'd be good stuff.
Yeah.
Halo's never been on PC though, so
that's fun.
It would make a lot of sense to me anyways to get some of the old Halo on PC somehow.
I think the biggest thing to take away from this is there is no actual Halo 6.
That's right. No. This is Halo 6. They want to get away from numbers, which makes sense. Big numbers are scary.
Yep. Even Halo 5 was
name.
I don't want
to play a 5. A 4 I feel okay about because at this point, like Metal Gear 4 has been really good. Fallout 4 a lot of people like. Yeah. Like I've played enough solid 4. It's got a War 4, quote unquote. I don't want to play
Red
5.
Dead Redemption 2?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Any colon?
No.
Subtitle?
Just 2.
Red Dead Redemption : 2.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is
TOO.
Also, yeah. It's also a game we saw at E3. A bunch of news about that. In an interview, the game director said, it's going to be longer than Origins. So I just finished Origins. Mm-hmm. Took me 35 hours or so on hardest difficulty, so we died a bunch and all
Didn't
that.
do everything.
Did not even close.
Yeah.
Maybe 10% of stuff. Maybe 15% of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they say that Odyssey will be, quote, much longer. Much, not just longer. Much longer. The map is bigger. It is more packed with stuff to do.
Like, I don't want that.
No.
Like, this, he says this, and I'm like, this is a negative story.
Like that. Sign me up.
No way, man.
Give me all the stuff to do.
I said, as someone who finished Origins, did, I will say, 80% of stuff in Origins.
Quite a bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
How long do you think that took you? Like 50,
like
60?
Over 60.
Long time. Yeah.
I said several times, there's too much to do in this game. I said, I hope they don't put anything extra in the next game.
Yeah, people want more, I guess.
Thanks for your buck.
That's what they're giving them. I'm constantly being asked how I think about or what I think of Odyssey because I just finished Origins. This story right here is the reason I'm tepid on Odyssey.
But by saying it's much longer than Origins and taking into account the loot system, I feel like it's just going to be like turning out to be like a loot grind end game sort of thing, and I hate that.
Maybe like at no point in Origin was I ever grinding for. I was grinding for levels sometimes. Like the loot was just kind of a fun thing that came along the way.
But I mean, there's always like the colors, the rarities, like that draw people in, and that's something that actively turns me off.
Yeah, it's not like you can't go grind for loot in Assassin's Creed. It's not like, oh, I know that this enemy drops this rare item, so I'm gonna go kill him 50 times, and hopefully he drops it in there. It's more like...
Can you not? Like, is
No.
that not a thing?
No.
Oh.
It's like, I am gonna look at my quest list. It shows me, oh, I get a legendary spear from this quest, and it's level 30, so I'm gonna get level 30 or whatever legendary spear. I'll do this quest, because legendary is the best tier. I like spears, whatever. I'm worried it's gonna be more just like, oh... What's the main character's name?
Bayek.
No, in Odyssey, we've seen her a bunch. Her. So I guess her is the canon. You can play as the guy or his sister, sister or brother. I guess her is canon. She is canon.
Oh, they're not both. I thought they were just both story characters.
No, they're not like Evie and Fry. I guess it's either or.
Or even Bayek and
Aya.
Yeah.
So it's
But anyways,
character,
yeah.
either male or female.
From what I understand,
But they are canonically brother and sister.
Yes, I guess.
Okay. It's not
I
a
just have-
female or male version of the same person.
I just have what people tell me. Maybe it actually is. Maybe it is, and I'm getting the brother sister thing mixed up.
Lady Shep and John Shep were not brother and sister.
No, Jane and John Shepard were not
No.
brother and sister.
I called my Shep Lady Shep.
Like
her actual name.
Lady.
I think I called mine Matilda. I think I tried to turn Matthew into a lady's name.
Yeah.
Matt, Matilda.
Mathilda.
Martha.
Martha's an old lady's name. Unlike Matilda.
Matilda's a young magic girl's name.
Yeah, it just defeats the evil principal lady, locks her in that thing with
She
the
was
nails.
she was the
Iron
girl
Maiden.
from Thor Ragnarok. The the helper.
assistant?
Yeah.
The one who's like always looking for Meow Meow or whatever the fuck.
No, like the one who melted. Not Matilda, the evil principal.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Wow. I feel like
Yeah.
I just like
It just-
digested a fat pocket.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, all these dots just connected. I see the picture.
I still don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's fine.
You
Don't
see
know
the
either.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum's like main lady.
Yes.
Big
That
muscle
old lady.
lady?
Yeah.
Was the principal from Matilda. You didn't never seen
Oh,
Matilda?
no, I don't think so.
Kid, you would have been probably
Yeah,
too
you would
old.
have been too old.
Anyway,
I know that movie. Cute little girl.
has
Yeah,
powers.
she has, like, psychic
has
powers.
telekinetic.
Really hasn't
Yeah.
done anything since that movie.
Well, there's
Probably
a rumor that maybe
not.
she is also in Thor.
True. Yeah. We've heard she
According to
may
Matt.
be Jeff Goldblum's assistant.
No, not that one, but the
stop.
little girl from Matilda.
Who fucking cares?
We've gone around and eaten our own butt.
This is the Halo Infinite.
Jormungandr.
I'm worried Odyssey is going to have just a bunch of fluff in it. That's why I'm not excited for it. It's been a year since that last game. If you're going to make it bigger, if you're going to make it denser, and you're going to have more content, you have to either hire 26 million people or you have to cut corners. This is Dragon Age 2, almost to a T, all over again.
Counterpoint.
Okay.
They are instituting the Nemesis engine.
Yes, I heard, you brought that story to the table. Too.
Yeah, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that,
not an engine. It's an it's
System.
an idea.
System.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the
yeah.
that's the
I
thing
don't
out
know.
of Shadow of Mordor.
Yes.
Where
Like ranked bad guys.
orcs will remember you.
Yeah.
And if you fail to kill one, if I push one into a fire and fail to kill him, he'll come back later and say, "You pushed me into Ranger. You pushed me into a fire and failed to kill me."
Comes Matilda.
The burned.
Now I have a burned face and 3 more perks.
Yeah, every time. And that sounds
That was-
kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Because like that sounds like a way to make those phylax, those phylacteries, which apparently literally translate to police. Fuck the phylax.
Hey, one time.
It sounds because like they all had unique names and levels and weapons and moves and like
The thing about
I couldn't tell you one of them.
Shadow of War is that you couldn't like turn the corner without tripping over a named orc.
That was the new yeah.
It was really good in Shadow of Mordor.
Where it felt special
Felt
and
special,
like it was
yeah.
a little sparing with it.
Yeah, in Shadow of War, fucking everybody
Yep.
was a named orc.
Sometimes in Shadow War, I would have like 3 or 4 of those intro
Yeah.
cutscenes stacked up. So it'd be like,
And they would just
Ranger!
come.
And then,
Fucking come.
boom. And then, Ranger! You're like, come on. And then a third
And then you
one.
just fucking gotta run.
Yeah, and
'Cause
then
you're
one-
like, oh, you'll all kill me.
One of them has a perk where he summons in another one halfway through. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Sure. That sounds like a very, like, kind of low... you design the system and it's there. It sounds like a very sort of low budget's not the right word. Low maintenance way to add hours to your game that you want to be longer and more dense.
Yeah, and you could call it a little bit of depth. I mean, like
it depends how deep
you
they
start
go.
developing. The idea is you start developing enemies and feuds on these guys, and that's kind of cool. Cool on paper.
Yeah,
but again, if you're just gonna be tripping over them, like Spartan, and then another guy comes, and then Spartan. Are you a Spartan? It's Greece, right?
Yeah, I believe you're Greek. I believe Greece and Sparta are separate.
That is not.
Didn't they fight each other?
I possibly. I don't know.
I thought Sparta was part of Greece.
I don't know.
Depends on what time frame you're talking about.
When
They used to be
Xerxes-
two different.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When
I have
Xerxes
no idea.
rolls up to the Spartans, and the Spartans like, well, we need the Athenians and the Greeks and the whatevers to help us. And
Call Kratos.
call, please, get
Don't
him on the
call
phone.
Kratos.
Yeah, we need. I
Guy
know
in
he's
the
a last
background.
resort,
The
but
guy in the background, like, don't call Kratos.
yeah, one guy just runs off.
Don't.
Just leaves.
Bring him to our brand new city to wage war.
And then you guys remember the Quiet Man? That was that Square Enix, I think.
Deaf guy, mute guy.
Yeah, it was like FMV. A guy. It was. Was it a silent trailer? We don't know. It was like I can't remember.
I remember
It was
watching
an FMV that went into gameplay for the fight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Guy walked into an alley. I think the criminals were like, "Hey, you," or whatever, and he like didn't respond because he's supposed to be deaf or
He
something.
had headphones in.
Yeah, had headphones in. Fucks him up, kung fu's him, and then cut back. We got a little bit of info on that game, movie, whatever it is. The Quiet Man it's a 3-hour mix of live action and gameplay, which is not very long.
No. I hope that is $7.
I believe it's 30. I didn't actually pull the price. I believe it's 30. I think they talk about it.
Well, I'll probably get that, even though I don't think it is.
So you can watch a little bit. They had like a 40-minute kind of chunk of it, which is a lot.
I
to
can't. I'm
show
not gonna watch
of a
that if
Square
I'm
game.
gonna spend 30 minutes.
It's all in Japanese. It's all in Japanese, so you don't get shit from it anyways. But like if you want to see what the game kind of is, or maybe the quality of the FMV acting, it's very 90s in a way that even in the Japanese comes across.
Why would you? I don't care if Japanese or anything. Why would you have a 3-hour game and be like, in case you're not sure,
Here's
40 minutes of
I
it?
don't know. They did the exact same thing with Captain Spirit.
Captain
It was like
Spirit,
same press conference, I believe. Even Square Enix.
I guess.
They just I don't know. Maybe that plays better in Japan.
Maybe. Crazy folks.
I watched just a little bit of it to kind of see what it was, and I know I say this about a lot of things. It looks bad. It looks campy, and I love some really bad FMV. Like it has to be kind of a special kind of terrible. Like Night Trap. Night Trap's all right.
Okay.
But this doesn't. It doesn't quite go far enough in either direction.
It's not. Well, there's no good direction.
Well, yeah.
Like there's
yeah,
no.
that's true.
Like the good direction is the bad direction.
That's
They're the
true.
same direction.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen good FMV. I didn't finish Her Story,
Well,
but that was kind of.
I guess that's
That was a little
different
more
thing.
serious. Yeah.
I was going to talk about that Quantum Break,
Oh yeah, that's a
thing.
good. That's a great.
but that was like
Idea.
a whole different. Like that was like a show, right? You'd go watch a show after. Like I didn't know, not like
No.
not like it was on TV, but it was like
Oh, in the.
you'd
Tied
play
into, like-
and then you'd be like, now go watch episode this.
Yeah. No, I think this is more like seamless. It's live action,
Right.
and then you cut to the gameplay, and it's game. It doesn't look great. I don't know. It looks weird. I guess
I'm gonna play that.
if you're into that.
I'm gonna play the shit out of that 3-hour game.
all 3 hours.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it and be like, oh, there's too much world here. I wouldn't make this game shorter.
Sorry, they did not specify the price. Pardon me. They say it'll be priced accordingly.
$7.
Yeah. Do you want to? Here's the synopsis: a deaf man named Dane is a martial arts super guy who's on the hunt for. I didn't write this. On the hunt for a kidnapped. On the hunt for a kidnapped dancer. Super guy on the hunt for a kidnapped dancer.
Aren't we all?
Semicolon. His mom was killed by a banger, and all these years later, he's not dealing with it very well.
He's gone deaf.
Like a hot banger.
I cannot comment on the attractiveness of the banger that murdered his mom. Probably not, I'm going to guess. Maybe a little methy. It's hard to know. Podcast at talkingrex.com is an email address.
Imagine
or you
getting
can-
killed by a hot banger. Like the drop was just so filthy that it hit, and you're just like, oh.
There are some times when Disco Pogo comes on that I feel like palpitations a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, oh, the ticker. I heard Warren play that on 100.3 The Bear last week.
Almost
a bunch.
died myself.
I was driving here for a podcast or whatever, and I heard it twice on the way here. It was awesome.
Yeah, he only plays it on Fridays.
Oh, yeah, that's their Friday song. Yeah,
Friday song.
yeah, dope. Podcast, talkingreckless.com is the email address, or you can drop them on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. I pulled 2. I hope everybody's feeling fast on their feet. I want to read the last one first. Jojo writes in and says, we know Kevin and Oliver's stripper names. What about the rest of the crew?
Oh.
Remind me what Oliver's is.
Chocolate Drop, which I totally stole from Kevin Hart.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with stealing a stripper name.
Back then, Kevin Hart wasn't as popular as he is now.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
it just comes off as me stealing shit.
Chocolate Drop. All
but
right.
I mean, that's happening all over gaming news.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought like stealing is happening all over.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I thought chocolate dropping was happening all over.
Whatever.
I don't even know.
More like a mocha drop, though, really, right?
Yeah.
To me,
Caramel.
Can we, if I can get, if I may get a little gross for a second, the chocolate drop sounds vaguely scatological in a way that I sort of don't want anything to. Yeah, like maybe not a hot.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it is a.
Is it a variant of the hot Carl? Like what are we?
Is that like a Cleveland steamer?
I don't.
I think they're all
maybe.
I don't. They're probably
don't,
all the same.
I sort of don't even know what the one I said means, but probably a rusty Cleveland steamer. I don't fucking know.
I think they're all the same. Scatological.
I think I would just probably be Magic Matt at this point. I mean, Magic Mike is come and gone. The name basically makes itself.
Yeah.
What's like Magic Mike. I am huge.
Right. But not as huge.
Well,
as
yeah.
12-inch Lynch.
Wow. Inch and Lynch rhyme. Could have went either way.
I know.
Hey, you could be like 3-inch Lynch.
I know.
It'd be no problem.
Depends.
It just depended on if Matt said
Is it cold out?
that there was nothing bigger or nothing smaller on his lead-in.
And of course, Kevin is Dinner Dangles. Do you want to change? Now's the time to change, Oliver. If you don't want to be Chocolate Drop anymore,
I don't know.
You thief.
That's fine.
You coward. Tell me your stripper name, coward.
Gosh.
All right, work on it. Work
Yeah.
on it. We'll come back around.
Yeah,
to
I'm
it.
not fast. If I had to steal stuff.
Duncan wrote in, regular
Plagiarize
show contributor Duncan wrote in, says, I'm currently writing you from the bathroom at work and totally not avoiding work. So my question is, what are some ways you've tried to avoid work? Were they successful?
The biggest way I avoid work is that I go do, like, it's an assignment-based job where it's like, oh, go do this, and then bring it back, and then we'll send you out again.
Yep.
I very much go do it as fast as I can, run it back, hide, like tiptoe through the newsroom so I can drop it off, and then run back out to my car and hope they forget that I exist.
Yeah, that's a tactic all this time. As an electrician, they send you out for a job, and they're like, all right, we think this will take 6 hours. Try to get it done in 4 or whatever, and then go take a 2-hour lunch.
6 hours, you say?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that might take me 7. I got some problems here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll do our best.
Yep. Always overbid the amount of hours you need.
Yep.
And then come in late anyways.
That's right.
Don't ever let anyone expect anything from you.
Yeah, about the same. Like you overestimate, and then you do what you can to get the longer break, or you come in like 2 hours earlier and be like, I'm a fucking hero.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to just get up and walk away from my desk.
That's pretty good.
I don't even fuck around. I'm just like, I'm just going to go walk around and talk to people for a while.
No.
And every once in a while, I'll get a page over the intercom system. Hey, you got a phone call. You got to come deal with some actual work. And I'm like, no, thank you.
I'm walking here.
Busy.
I got things to do.
When I was at the radio station, I was promo guy. So when I wasn't on air, I was kind of going out and meeting clients and being like, oh, okay, you want to do an event? What can we do? Type of shit. So I had zero accountability for anything. If I was gone at any point, it was like, oh, he's probably with the client. So you just, it's like, oh, it's Friday. I'm on at 2 o'clock. My show's done. I'm just gotta go meet a client.
Yep. Go crack a cold client.
Yep. I'm going down to the bar to see if he wants to do a promo with us.
No.
And I don't know. It was great. I could just fuck off with impunity.
It was in Grand Prairie though.
It wasn't Grand Prairie. Yeah.
My most successful fucking off at a job was when I used to work at McDonald's way back in the day.
Yep.
Because they had this one shift. It was 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it would be your job to like walk around the lot and like clean up garbage that people had thrown out from the night before that they were too lazy to put in the actual bins and shit like that.
Sometimes the bins are like 6 feet away.
Yeah.
From my truck, I gotta like put a spiral on that bag or it's not making it.
But yeah, like it's a 4-hour shift. You basically take out the garbages and sweep the lot, and it's done in 5 minutes essentially. So at the McDonald's that I worked at, there was a basement to it, and there was change rooms for men and women. The men's change room was right beside, like right beside the stairs. So there was also an access room inside the change room that you could use to get underneath the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And underneath the stairs is where we used to store all the old, like, you know, those rollers that you see when they're unloading the trucks that they attach the rollers and they throw it down. That's where we used to put all the broken old ones. So I would go under the stairs, close the door, and fall asleep on the rollers. And it was great because anytime somebody would come looking for me, I could hear them walking down the stairs and it would wake me up. So I would hear them walking down the stairs. I'd get up, go into the change room.
Like, slide off the fucking roller.
Yeah. I'd
Roll myself out.
head back into the change room, and by then they're at the bottom of the stairs. Kevin, where are you? Oh, I'm just sweeping up the change room here.
No.
Was it just a change room? Was it also a bathroom?
It was change room, bathroom.
Did you ever get locked? Did you ever get caught sleeping under the stairs when someone was in there taking a shit or something?
No, because it was like the time frame of the shift was like no one else was there other than the people who were upstairs doing actual work.
Actual work.
Yeah,
it's McDonald's. Yeah, I've been very... My real, like, when I was an electrician, my real skip work thing was, like, put it in the night before. If you think you're not going to be there, just be like, hey, dude, it's, like, 11 o'clock. I'm just heading to bed. I feel like shit. I'm just, you know... Some people see that as, like, oh, no, they know you're just faking it. Some people... If I'm starting to get a cold or something, I know I'm not going to be at work the next day, I would always text in, legit or otherwise. Yeah. Always. The worst thing you can do, also, real talk, the worst thing you can do is going to work sick. If you go into work sick, you are a fucking asshole. Yeah. You're not a hero.
That just happens.
You're not doing the company a favor. You're
sort
not.
Of.
No, you're not.
Sort of.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing?
You're a body that needs that does work.
You're getting everybody else sick, which is causing more time off, or it's causing everyone to just go in sick and be unsafe or lower productivity. Yep. You're an asshole if you go to work sick. Don't go to work sick.
That's it.
Call in. Even if you feel like it might be coming.
You're
call
an asshole.
in.
That's right. It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, you get a little throat scratch. Just take a day off.
I might just proactively quit my job if I were you.
You're a cog in the wheel. You need to come in, otherwise this clock is falling apart.
Nip this in the bud.
Sick cog still spins.
Yeah, it's the
because I'm always either the crawl space guy or the attic guy.
It's because you're little.
Yeah, because I'm little.
You're also not an electrician anymore, so you're not that anymore, are you?
No, but like
free of that yoke.
You're a collared man.
I would go up and be like, "Okay, I have to do attic stuff," and sit on my phone and go on Reddit.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah. Hide up in the attic and
I know I'm still up here. I'm still doing my thing.
It was fine in the winter. If you were in a new house with like the paper insulation, you could just sleep up there. It's soft and it's quiet and it's not dusty and it's not bad. Not bad at all.
There's other times when we were working in those like apartment buildings, like building the apartment buildings, and in like the finished spots where it has like carpet and whatever, turn off all the breakers. You go into like one of the back like rear rooms, and when you hear that front door open, that like startles you or whatever, tells you somebody's coming. And they're like, hey, what's going on? Sparky, what's going on? Like, oh, I'm just checking stuff in here. And then you're in the dark.
Working on power's off. I'm working on something.
I'm in here. That's it.
It's really easy. If you have a specialized job and you're working around other specialized jobs who don't know your job, it's so easy. Mm-hmm. Also, real trick, just grab a clipboard with a piece of paper on and a pen and just walk around looking at stuff.
Yeah, then you look important.
Yep. If you're an electrician, look at the ceiling and like pretend like you're counting maybe lights or like square footage, or just have a clipboard. Just be writing.
Pro tip: don't let anyone look at the clipboard.
No, never. No. I would write real things on I would write Matt's list, and number one on Matt's list was always be good at faking Matt's list, and then I would cross things off as I got them done. So it's like step 1, be good at faking the list. Step 2, make the list. Step 3, watch out for this douchebag who walks around every 20 minutes or whatever. Mm-hmm. I would write real things down. If they ever got read, I would have got fired. Podcast, talkingrucks.com is the email address, or drop those on our subreddit, r/shocking reckless. You can follow the show on Twitter if you want. We are Talk Reckless Pod on there. I don't have a link to it, but we got a Discord also. If you head to the Twitch channel and put !Discord in the chat, you can get that link. I don't know what a good way to get a Discord link is. Short of being like discord.gg/G, capital T, capital V, lowercase r. That's not it, but you know what I mean.
I'm going to that one though.
Yeah, don't. It's filthy.
Gross.
That's it. Oliver, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Kevin, thanks for living here and owning the space that we do the podcast in.
Hey, and you should also check out our brother show, Sad Pod.
I've never heard of that one.
What is that
about?
do a wrestling show on Thursday nights.
Oh,
sadpod.podbean.com.
Oh.
They're back.
And this probably won't be like one of their biggest shows of the year coming up after SummerSlam, which just happened yesterday in podcast time.
There you go.
So I probably wouldn't listen to them on sadpod.podbean.com.
Yeah, it's really good.
Or maybe do.
It's arguably the best way to digest wrestling.
No arguably about it, brother.
Yeah. It's like watching wrestling is like barely inside the top 10 ways to digest wrestling at this point.
True. Yeah. Kevin, thanks for reminding me about the Sat Pod. Almost forgot. Because I didn't put it on the sheet for once.
Jesus.
Brandon Lynch of the Sat Pod. You maybe should have been the one to remind me, but
I'm part-timer now.
Yeah, well, you know,
Brock. I'm on the Brock list.
Yeah.
when you're here, you're of the Sat Pod. When you're there, you're of the TR. It just doesn't fit in anywhere except our hearts. And you at home, thanks for joining us. We're going to see you here in 7 days. It's apparently going to be the 239th episode of Talking Reckless Podcast. We'll see you then.
We'll do the math, and it'll end up being 237. We'll just run that one back.
It'll be like 231. Skip the whole 10. How do you press what? What?
Nothing wrong with skipping a whole 10.
What? Alex says, "See, boys, looking forward to the Rock Band stream."
I will be late for said stream.
Brandon will be a little bit late. Just a little bit
Not
late.
super late.
It's all good.
Everybody at home, everybody watching live, won't be on regular time tomorrow. We're going to do the Rock Band stream. I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to rest up. I'm going to rest these beautiful pipes. Me. Dial them in. Get some of the smoke out.
Yes. Just blowing smoke rings like in your house.
With
no smoke inhaling
just
device.
open the window. We won't be on regular time tomorrow, but we'll be on all damn night for some Rock Band.
Before reviews?
Pardon-moi?
You're more than welcome to come, Oliver.
Thank you.
Please
for the
always
invite.
join us.
I'll never join.
Well, like,
sorry, that's
be
pretty
there.
final.
You don't have to sing if you don't want.
No,
You don't have to
it's
play
It's actually my
anything.
sister's birthday this weekend. So
Oh,
of course
it's
it is.
always
Yeah,
somebody's
no, obviously.
birthday.
it's always somebody's
I mean, when
birthday.
you have a
There's-
family with
that's-
47,000
Or work.
people
That's
in
the
it.
real life version of how do I get out of work? How do I get out of things with people? It's always somebody's birthday.
Yeah, there you go.
It's always somebody's
But
birthday.
also, it's not my thing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
But you guys look like you're always having fun.
We are.
Is it just gonna be the four of you? You guys gonna have guests?
Monchi's coming too.
Brother Monchuk.
Father Munch.
Papa
Yes,
Monchuk. That's
Papa
right.
Monch,
Daddy
yeah.
Monchuk. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. I'm going to turn the stream off for tonight. Glad you're all
Yeah.
excited. Sorry we didn't check in as much as we usually do. I didn't have my phone on today because I lost it.
Well,
But then I found it halfway through the show. That's it. I don't know. I hate goodbyes, so I'll just say until tomorrow.
Say goodbye.
Farewell.
Two. Sweet.